Saxon Attorneys.
Call 1-800-7473.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Hey, Crowder, Ed Morse here, okay?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Stand by.
Crowd of Solana. Welcome to the Hochman. Crowd of Solana. Welcome to the show. 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 With the three amigos. Hochman, Crowder, and Solana on FM radio. Them boys be sliding, so we riding and we ready to go. 100,000 watts full throttle, baby, ready to blow. We passing poker out to Jupiter, we got your attention. You can tune in anywhere, but listen at your discretion. To the legend, Mr. Hochman can't stop him, each of the deuce. My brother got his own hot burger at Tucker Deuce. Now my rush more of these sports, spitting the truth. It's Channing Crowder, greatest Dolphins who rock the 52. Solana one best of Miami, the voice of FIU. We reppin' to Miami, the Heat and the Panthers too. We reppin' for the Marlins, the Dolphins, that's how we do. We reppin' for the Crips, so it's always about the you. Hey Jimmy, please get a bell on the phone and tell him that it's on. I finally got his name on the song. Can't do him wrong, cause it sounds so sweet. You spit the facts while I keep the crowd on their feet. Football season be the reason that I be bringing this heat. Georgia music representing 104.3. Hey,
Yes, sir.
welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Hey,
The Marlins, where are you? You're in Indianapolis?
Indianapolis.
The Marlins, I don't know if you saw the Marlins game last night. Marlins got absolutely hosed with a capital H. It was literally as if the umpires conspired to make sure the Phillies won the game last night. And there's something, man, just gnawing at me because we know how important this series is based on where the Marlins and the Phillies are in the playoff hunt. There is something telling me that this game by the end of the season is just going to come back to haunt them, that there's going to be one game at the end of the season you look back at and go, that was the game that was all the difference in the world to the postseason. I hope it doesn't come down to it, but it was as frustrating as anything I've experienced watching a Marlins game. I mean, it was just brutal last night. Did you see any of it, Crowder?
No, I hate the West Coast to East Coast because you lose 3 hours, so you take off at 7 and land at 1 a.m. It just ruins your whole night.
It was unbelievable what I was witnessing. Did you see it, Solana? Did you watch it?
I did. I witnessed I'm glad you called it hosed because they got robbed yesterday.
They got robbed.
Is literally what happened. They got robbed by a stupid umpiring decision. Just stupid.
There were several. I mean, they were playing in a monsoon, and the Marlins are complaining. That foul ball call with bases loaded, Sanoha, that's an easy base clearing double, if not a triple. And they call the ball foul. Call the ball foul. Call the bowel fall.
Call my bowels fall.
Well, your bowels are foul. But this happened to be a fair ball that was called foul. And they actually reversed it. But instead of all 3 runs scoring, it was so bad. Instead of all 3 runs scoring, though, the best they could do is award Sanoha a ground rule double, which means the runner has to stop at third instead of it clearing the bases and tying the game. And they end up losing the game by 1 run. Here are just a couple of tweets. Will Manso is going to join us this hour, by the way. Will Manso tweeted out, Marlins got screwed tonight. Says the bullpen definitely didn't help late, but that umpiring crew was bad. That call can't happen. New York Post headline, umpire makes dreadful foul ball call that cost Marlins dearly in Phillies' loss. David Furona, Sun Sentinel, absolutely brutal in Marlins-Phillies game. First base umpire blows obvious fair ball call on what should have been a bases-clearing double or triple down the right field line from Sanoha. Okay, replay can correct this incompetence, but then they only allowed 2 runs to score instead of all 3. Otto Lopez would have easily scored from first. Then the crew is so thin-skinned, the ump can't take 2 seconds of criticism from Clayton McCullough. Unbelievable. Because the ump then tossed Clayton McCullough for saying, what the bleep is going on here? You're literally robbing this game from us. And then Mike Cunha tweeted out, the Marlins have gotten hosed by this crew all night. This could be a tie game. An obvious fair ball is missed by the first base umpire. It was brutal, man, brutal.
I think the baseball umps get off a lot easier than other sports.
Well, most calls and everything can be replayed essentially now. You can challenge anything.
Yeah.
And this one you were able to challenge. And it was, but I mean, when I tell you the first base ump was staring at it, staring as the ball came at him, it hit, I don't even think it hit the foul line. It was that far inside. Like it wasn't even like it was on the line. And he called it foul. And so they do review it, and it's obvious. The review takes 4 seconds because it's obvious that it was a fair ball. But the best they could do is rule it a ground rule double. And now instead of all 3 runs scoring, you've got 2 runs that come in. So anyway, We'll move on. We can talk with Will about it. He's going to join us this hour. I want to get headlines. I did see David Fioronis tweet out that Dolphins' Kenneth Grant is week to week, according to Jeff Hafley, and Zach Sealer is also week to week, but is not expected. You had mentioned it yesterday, but Hafley said it today. Not expected to be in doubt for the regular season opener. So there's a lot of action to get to today. We got Marlins action, Dolphins action. We're still less than 3 weeks away now from Hurricane Stanford. We'll play a little talk about it Tuesday today. I mean, we got action, Jack. Let's start with headlines brought to you by Doral Kia. In Miami at a Domino's game, you'll always find your abuelito. And whenever you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Did you run into AR-15 or anybody else at Colts camp?
We might have talked to one of the best running backs in the world, allegedly. But no, they were off today. They have a walkthrough later today, but we came up just to do the training camp tour. But Indianapolis is beautiful. These Ursays know how to do it.
Indianapolis, the city, or the
No.
training
Oh,
facility?
hell no. The Colts facility is amazing. The city is Indianapolis.
No, the city's good, man. I feel like Indy's an underrated city.
I've never been, but if the only thing I know about it, because I pride myself on knowing lots about each city, if the only thing I know about it is shrimp cocktail, I feel like, what's it got going on for real?
The fact that the whole city's connected by this web of tunnels, like above ground
Bridges,
not tunnels, bridges is pretty cool. But other than that, Solana, like, come on, I don't want to badmouth the city, but Indianapolis isn't just fun.
Is it known for anything besides shrimp cocktail at St. Elmo's? I honestly do. Like,
It's not even by an ocean. Why
know
is there
something-
shrimp here?
Like every city, right? You go Kansas City, barbecue. St. Louis, the Arch, Indianapolis, shrimp cocktail.
My only other default was the bridges.
Right.
So like you kind of undercut me there. I have nothing else to go with. I don't know. I've been there a couple times for the combine, and I came away shocked at how much I loved going to Indianapolis for the combine. It was just fun. It was always a fun
Probably because
night.
the combine was fun, and there were a whole bunch of people there, and so you got to hang out, and meals are paid for, and whatever. Like, it was probably a fun.
Meals are paid for?
Well, you were there with Big O, no?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait a second. No, Big O did not make you pay for your own meals.
I don't want to do this. I mean, I'm not trying to rip Big O. He was always very good to me, so I don't want to.
Well,
do
it doesn't
that,
sound like
but-
he was. If he was making you pay for your own meals.
Yeah.
He was the host of the show, and he invited you up as the producer.
It's not like he never took care of a meal.
All right.
But I was definitely not eating for free on the trip.
Solana named it. Like, Vegas is Vegas. Everybody loves Vegas. New York, I don't like the people or the traffic, but New York is pretty cool. Like LA, Houston, we were just in Houston. Houston's fun. Austin's fun. Atlanta's fun. Miami's fun. Indy's in the same category as those cities?
They got the Indy 500.
Well, that's true. They do have the Indy 500.
What if it's not? That's 2 days. What if there's no 500 going on?
Right. But those 2 days, man,
Just
that place is lit.
There's just like I think a cool bar scene in downtown Indy, which was a lot of fun. Night before the combine, everybody's out there. You're kind of just bar hopping, and I don't know. I just felt like I expected a lame, boring Midwest town, and I had a lot of fun in Indy. I'm not saying it's Los Angeles. I'm not saying it's Miami.
No, but again, you had fun because the entire NFL media
Fair.
world
It's fair.
was there. Yeah.
yeah. So you like the combine. You don't like Indy.
Right. Right. If the combine was in Atlanta or Birmingham, although we were in, where were we?
Oh,
SEC media days. Were we in Birmingham?
Yes, we were in Birmingham.
Because the entire SEC media and most of the national football media was there. I didn't like it there at all.
When my night ends shooting Jurassic Park dinosaurs with Hochman, that's not a good city.
Man, that was rough.
I believe that's where you crowned yourself champion in Papa Shot against Channing Crowder.
Well, it wasn't just there. I've always been the champion of
Right.
Papa Shot. We
My
just happened to
wife-
play. No, she did not. We just happened to
Asia
play.
whooped you
Nope.
at Papa Shot in
Wrong.
Miami.
Incorrect. We just happened to play at that Dave & Buster's in Indianapolis, in Savannah, wherever we were.
But you can only play one round of Papa Shot because your arm gets tired.
Correct. And I've made that clear a number of times. Like, if you want to get me in the third round and go, oh, I beat him, fine. I'm Mariano Rivera. I'll give you 3 pitches, maybe 9. That's it.
You're the Papa Shot Sandman.
That's it. I'm in, I knock it down, and I'm out. You want to keep on going or whatever, that's fine, but my arms are tired at that point. Like, none of that is sanctioned.
so you got one game in you.
I got one game in me, yeah.
One game in
Yeah, I'm a
you.
closer. I'm a closer.
You know, Papa Shot's like 16 seconds long. The entire thing is 16 seconds
Maybe
long.
for you, you obviously don't get your time extended.
Oh, you don't go in the bonus round, Solana.
Yeah, wow.
okay.
That is a rough look, man.
I beat you in Papa Shot.
Nope.
The only time we've ever played, it's on video. I beat you and Jimmy. Jimmy didn't make a basket the entire time.
There's no chance. I'll bet
I made
you
a few baskets.
we can
I don't-
do, but it's got to be one round.
Okay.
I'll bet you $1,000 on Papa Shot.
$1,000?
I'm in this.
I
Let's
will,
go.
I will literally drive to Dave & Buster's right now. That'll be the easiest $1,000 I've ever
Okay,
made.
you're in for 1,000.
1,000.
Done.
Boom.
Let's up the ante. 10 grand.
$10,000.
$10,000. That's how confident
$10,000.
I am in Papa Shot.
He's feeling himself today because he came in with a Pat McAfee cutoff shirt on. He was working at his little work cubicle.
He
with
works
a-
out so hard and never gains muscle. It's the weirdest thing in the world.
with a Pat McAfee look.
It wasn't just Zach Sealer who was out today from Dolphins practice. You mentioned Kenneth Grant, but Ben Sims, who's a tight end right now, Quinn Ewers as well, Ronnie Harrison Jr., linebacker, Robert Beal, and my guy Cleveland Farrell. They were all out of practice, but a lot of them actually doing work on the side.
Cleveland.
And Chris Bell, the receiver, he remains in a red non-contact jersey, according to the Miami Herald, but he was doing individual work for another day. And I heard him mention some things after practice. He spoke with the media, and he said his next step is to be approved for actual contact. He was doing some 11-on-11s today, but hasn't been tackled just yet.
What, did he tear his knee up?
Hey, tore his ACL last year
Yeah.
with Louisville. That's the dude that tore up the Hurricanes here in Miami.
Yeah.
No, I was saying yesterday,
it's-
Crowder, like maybe if Chris Bell, who was supposed to be a first round, maybe second round talent, Omar said it yesterday, and Caleb Douglas ends up being like a real diamond in the rough, you're in a good spot with receivers.
Oh, 100%. But that I would say there's a big difference in running drills and dragging sleds than going out there and letting somebody bang their helmet into your knee. So that transition to full contact is a big jump after you tear your ACL.
All right, guys, the Marlins are going to play again tonight.
Yeah, what's the difference? I mean, the refs have already determined the outcome.
Are you hot about this?
It was so frustrating.
It was
I
stupid.
can't like it was stupid.
It was bad.
They like there is a monsoon going on. I forget who was pitching for the Marlins. Do you remember, Jimmy?
No.
Someone's pitching for the Marlins. I don't even know who it is. He can't grip the ball. So he's asking for a new ball after every pitch. And then he's complaining, he's swearing, he's complaining to the ump. It is a monsoon. And Kyle Seeloff is going crazy. It was
Yep.
Gabby Sanchez as the analyst last night. I saw I saw somebody tweet out today that if it was prime Tommy Hutton,
Oh my God.
when that call at
It
first
went
base
crazy.
happened, Tommy Hutton would have wished death on the first base ump's family. Like, it was that frustrating. But the ump is making them play through a monsoon, and the Phillies are hitting him because he can't grip the ball. McCullough's out there complaining. The pitcher's out there complaining. Gabby Sanchez is saying, hey, you don't necessarily, because they knew that the weather was moving through, why the ump wanted to keep playing, because it stopped raining about 10 minutes after it. But it was a monsoon, and Gabby Sanchez was saying, listen, there's a fix to this. You can stop play and just put the tarp over the pitcher's mound and wait for the weather to pass through. You don't have to tarp the entire infield and then untarp it and whatever. You can delay the game for 5 or 10 minutes during the monsoon. And they chose not to do that, so they were already getting hosed. This blown call on when I tell you obvious bases clearing, triple or double, like beyond frustrating. So
Hawk,
I
here's
didn't
the
see
thing.
it, but I'm gonna watch it during the break. So I want to get mad with you.
it's crazy.
It's egregious. Hawk, here's the thing. In soccer, the linesman, when there is a potential offside, because of video replay being instituted,
Let it play.
they allow the play to develop.
Right.
And if it ends up being a goal, then he'll put up his flag because he thought it was offside.
They do it in football, right? They'll let
Exactly.
a fumble sometimes play out just
in
because
case. They can go back and review it. And this play, what I think happened was the ball gets hit so close to the umpire that he just didn't see it. It got by his legs. He didn't see it land, but he thought it was going to be foul, so he called it foul. And the idea that in 2026, an umpire doesn't understand that with video replay, these things can quickly be adjusted and fixed. You let the play out, and then you can go to the video replay and fix it. Why they're so stubborn and won't adjust to what everybody else understands is the right way to do things is mind-numbing.
They're legislated different in basketball and football, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's the purest thing or whatever that is. I don't know why that guy behind the plate could ruin a game for a team if he wants to.
Well, the question is, well, not really anymore with the challenge, but the question is, I don't know baseball rules enough. Could you challenge it if he allowed it to play out, but it actually was foul? Could a fair ball be changed to foul?
Yes.
You're 100% certain?
No. But I have no idea, quite frankly.
Well,
but Hawk,
but
Hawk,
that's a big deal.
if
That is.
That's why you would call it immediately. If it can't be overturned the other way,
then if it can't be overturned the other way, if a close call that could be foul with video replay's assistance can't be changed after a challenge has been called, then what's the point of having video replay?
that's a different argument.
But that's one of the reasons why to do it. If a home run is hit, and they don't know if it was fair on the foul pole or foul on the foul pole, like what's the difference between that and a ball hitting the turf where the line is?
But you were suggesting just let everything play out
Yeah.
because you'll figure it out in replay. But what I'm telling you, if you let it play out and you can't overturn a fair call to foul, then there's your argument as to why you don't let everything play out, because then it wouldn't be fair to the other side.
To overturn both ways.
Right. If you can overturn
Yeah.
it both ways, then you let it play out for sure. I just don't know the rule,
Well, I don't either, but
obviously.
Yes, no.
I go, are you sure? Because I just wanted to press him on just to make sure. No.
It was a strong no, though, Solana.
It was a strong
You-
no. It was a
You were
definitive
confident in that yes
no.
and that no.
Somebody says on the text line, the stream sounds great. I haven't looked at any of the comments on the video stream. I took them down, so. But that would be great news. I hope the video stream sounds great for everybody.
all right, guys. Marlins play again tonight, 6:40 p.m. Your weather in South Florida right now. I don't know what else to say other than it's hot as hell.
Hot as hell.
You're making fun of me for my cutoff. I think I'm doing it the right way. Cut off until I get into the studio where it's cold, then I throw on a sweater.
I was commenting to myself how long I've been in South Florida because I'm wearing a hoodie that's made of sweater material, and I stopped at Starbucks. and I'm walking outside at Starbucks, just talking on my phone, drinking a hot coffee, because I only like hot coffee. I'm not a big cold coffee guy. I'm drinking hot coffee. I've got a hoodie on. It is 114 degrees out. It doesn't matter.
I almost had a heat stroke this morning.
In Indy?
Indy's hot and no wind. It's like a
take the
sauna up here.
Take the bridge.
Goodness gracious.
Get some of that cold shrimp cocktail they're known for.
And then they didn't practice today, so they didn't have the media tent up, so we had to shoot outside. I'm like, man, the hell with this interview. We got to do this another time. I'm hot.
But it was Jonathan Taylor.
It was a very good running back.
All right, just checking.
Edgerrin James. Your weather is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Hurricane season is here. Make sure your roof and windows are ready. Call 954-968-8155 for a free estimate.
All right, Will Manso joins us next.
Everybody knows anniversaries are special, and right now, my friends at Ed Morris are celebrating 80 years in business. You don't get 80 years by not taking care of your customers, and that's why Backed by Morris is their catchphrase, because they know how to take care of us, because I am a proud customer of Ed Morris. My buddy Chris Atkins, the GM, Teddy Morris, and their team are amazing, and right now, Ed Morris Cadillac, they are commemorating this occasion by giving you special savings on Cadillac Luxury. You got to check out these all-electric Cadillacs. My wife has one. She loves it. I just went over and I had to get a loaner. I had a Lyrics, and it is a beautiful vehicle. You can get an all-electric 2025 Lyrics for just $369 a month, and a all-electric 2026 Cadillac Optic for just $349 a month. They have been family-owned and operated for 80 years. They know how to take care of us, and you got to be backed by Morris as a customer. I'm telling you, it's a different situation. I tell you, if my PSI is low on my tires, if I need a service, I need an oil change, they will email you, they will text you. It is a special savings, special deal to be backed by Morris. Go see my friends at Ed Morris Sawgrass Cadillac. They're the 6-time dealer of the year for a reason, of Sunrise Boulevard and the Sawgrass Expressway. You can't miss it. You will see the beautiful lot, you will see the beautiful cars, and then you'll go in there and meet the beautiful people. You gotta visit EdmoreSawgrassCadillac.com, and being backed by Morris is a different thing. If you're not backed by Morris, you are missing out. Click EdmoreSawgrassCadillac.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
My prostate's the size of a bagel.
WQAM, broadcasting live from the Ed Morris Sawgrass Auto Mall Studios. Shop massive savings on a massive Chevy inventory, all backed by Morris at Ed Morris Sawgrass Chevrolet. Visit EdMorrisSawgrassChevrolet.com. Chevy, find new roads.
Text WQAM on the Kendall Toyota text line at 305-567-0560. Kendall Toyota, #1 in the 305 by making you #1 with their best-selling Toyota cars, trucks, and all-new electric BZ vehicles with 0% financing for 72 months. All new, all here, all at Kendall. Call 305-KENDALL and text WQAM at 305-567-0560.
Hey guys, it's Leroy. For the best dry cleaning in South Florida, use our friends over at A&T Dry Cleaners. It's summertime, friends, and you know your hopes are to take a vacation and go into it with laundered and clean clothes and not have to worry about any of it when you come back all relaxed. Just call or text our guy, Ira, at 954-610-9383. He's giving our listeners 25% off your order when you mention Tobin and Leroy. A&T Dry Cleaners, serving all of South Florida for over 40 years. Once you go A&T Dry Cleaners, you'll never want to launder your own clothes again.
In Miami, wherever there's a Domino's game, you'll always find your abuelito. And whenever you want a low price, you know. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Take advantage of your Pricito all month long on popular new Kia models like Sportage, Sorrento, Telluride, K5, Soul, and more. Don't wait. Hurry to Doral Kia today, because you don't miss your chance to save on a new Kia with easy financing, fast service, and the best value for your money. Because you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or start shopping for your Pricito now at DoralKia.com. All financing on approved credit. Present any Miami Kia dealer's unexpired new vehicle advertisement for verification. Other Lithia dealerships do not qualify. The competing offer must be available for immediate purchase at the advertised price. The competitor's vehicle must be identically equipped as our in-stock vehicle.
UFC Fight Night is coming in hot, and the best place to catch every hit, kick, and knockout is Twin Peaks. Ice cold 29-degree beer, scratch-made favorites, and wall-to-wall TVs put you right in the action. Fight Night, cold beer, great views. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
Make this the summer at Rob Lambden's University Dodge, Florida's #1 volume Ram truck dealer. Save up to $20,000 off new Ram 1500 light-duty pickups and get a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. UniversityDodge.com.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-329-1010. That's 1-800-329-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-329-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
We've made it easy to find us. Listen to WQAM on FM 104.3 or on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Wow, that was so easy.
All of our shows are there live or on demand. Plus, there's the cool rewind feature where you can listen to any part of any show you anytime.
All right, Will Manso is going to join us in a moment. Want to remind everybody, Taste at the Track is returning to Gulfstream Park August 29th with Taste of Havana. And we've got a chance for you to win a 4-pack of tickets. And Taste at the Track at Gulfstream Park is always really fun. If you want to win the tickets, just go to WQAM.com, click on contests, and you can enter right there. Before we talk to Will, a reminder, if you need some Canes gear for the upcoming season, make sure you visit Caneswear in Davie or online at caneswear.com. Will Manso's on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline, sports anchor and reporter at Local 10. Don't forget, Local 10 is your new television home for the Miami Heat this season. Hello, Will.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
I'm annoyed by the Marlins game last night.
Oh, I knew you were going there. The second I came on, I knew you were going to start with that.
Crowder didn't see it. Crowder was on an airplane, but I have explained to him throughout the show that it was as annoying as it gets, from the monsoon pitching to the obvious missed call on the Sanoha triple or double. What did you make of that? I mean, they got robbed last night.
They did. And look, I will play the middle ground here and say that I didn't like a lot of what the Marlins did, including the bullpen giving up a couple late runs. I didn't like McCullough using Jimenez in that particular spot where he had Casey on the bench with 2 on, could have put him in. So there are things that they did that they cost themselves a chance to win. But the reality is they got screwed. Those umpires were terrible. Man. You know, you mentioned the monsoon and letting King keep pitching. Then the foul ball, I can't understand. I've watched it 100 times. The umpire, because sometimes you can feel like the umpire was in a bad position, right? The guy was right. The ball landed 3 feet from him. I mean, he was staring down on it, and he called it foul. And then to go to New York and go through the whole, oh, well, Bryce Harper stopped and where the ball was, and you can't estimate the speed of the runner and all this stuff that cost them wrong was ridiculous. And look, they lost a one-run game in maybe their most important game of the year in a series that they have to win. The winner of this series gets the tiebreaker between the two teams, and now they're already down one, and they got to face Zach Wheeler tonight, one of the best pitchers in the National League.
Yep. And I'm done talking about it. I can't talk about it anymore. I want to talk
I'm
about
angry. You're making me angry.
I know. Because I know it's going to come down to this. I know the postseason is going to have come down to that missed call. I'm so pissed. I'm moving on to the Dolphins and the Hurricanes and whatever else you want to talk about. So let's talk first about Malik Willis. We watched the drive he orchestrated on Friday night, and I felt good. Crowder and I and Solana, we talked about it yesterday. Like that was, and again, only one drive in preseason game number 1, but you had to feel good watching that happen, no?
Yeah, the word I use, guys, in talking about it is composed. Like he looked composed. He didn't look like, a person who was lost, didn't know what to do. When he got time, he surveyed the field. When he had to throw the quick passes, which was most of his passes, quick little out, quick little pass, he was very decisive. And when he had to use his legs, he used his legs. And at no point in all those things did he look panicked? Did he look flustered? Did he look not under control? And when you're, I call him a veteran, even though he hasn't started a lot in the NFL. He's a veteran. He's been in the league a few years. When you're counting on a veteran quarterback to kind of take the reins on a rebuild young team, a lot of new pieces, you need that kind of player. And I felt really good coming out of it saying, okay, this looks like the kind of guy that there are going to be a lot of bumps in the road with this team this year. Doesn't look like the kind of guy that's going to get to him.
And Will, do you brought up like he hasn't started, he hasn't had a lot of starts, but he's been in the league for a while. Do you treat him like a Josh Allen, a Mahomes? Because we were talking about that, about his usage rate in the preseason, where it's kind of like he is our starter. Do we protect him or do we cut him loose and let us see our new toy?
Run for 1 minute.
I think you have to protect him a bit. The reality is you have to protect him a bit because I think they don't have much after him, and you did sign him with the idea that he is your guy. He's obviously not at that level, the guys you mentioned, but as far as the importance to the team and what you have, he really is. I mean, he's the guy. He's the guy you have to use in that way that if the Dolphins are going to move forward in any direction this year in this rebuild and this kind of, this new regime, they need Malik Willis to stay healthy for the majority of the season and see what they've got. So, yeah, they do in a way because, again, this isn't a competition. He's the starting quarterback. How well he plays, we'll see, but he's the guy, and there's no question about that.
Will, am I drinking the Kool-Aid too much on Hafley? Because I everything he says, and maybe it's just because he's the absolute antithesis of Mike McDaniel, and I was just done with Chino wearing Mike McDaniel. Like I had just had it with him.
Yeah.
Am I drinking the Kool-Aid too much? Because I love Haf. I feel like he says all the right things. And so far, I feel like everything he's done leading up to that first drive has been the right decision by a rookie head coach.
Look, if you're drinking it, I'm drinking it too because I feel the same way. And I tell people this all the time because people will ask me, like, hey, what do you think of the Dolphins? And I'll be honest. I said, I don't think they're going to win a lot of games this year. They're in a rebuild. You have to be patient. But there are some things you have to kind of hang your hat on and say, I like this where it's going. I think Hafley's one of those people. Look, the draft they had looks very good right now. So give John Eric Sullivan credit. Okay, it looks like the guy knows how to identify talent. Now it's Hafley's turn to grow that talent, use it in the right way. To your point, he's saying all the right things. He said something today that our reporter Casey Hintz put on Twitter, and I was so impressed by talking about the process and the foundation. And I know fans get tired of it, and I get it because there is such thing as coach speak, and we could all get fooled by it. But the reality is he seems to have a really good vision for what he wants. He's putting it in place. He obviously doesn't have the horses to be a Super Bowl contender, but I think if you see progress in what he's laying down, then when you do get that talent, hopefully eventually that talent grows, then you're happy with what you have, the system he has in place.
And Will, speaking of horses, the ponies I'm worried about is the secondary. Is anybody showing you something in the secondary that you could, like, I guess, make me feel better about? Because I don't. This secondary is questionable to me.
I'll tell you what I feel better about the secondary. I feel better that there are going to be some guys that cut loose on final cuts that John Eric Sullivan's going to be on the phone and trying to get some depth in the secondary.
Wait a second. Our depth in the secondary is coming from someone who's playing on another team right now?
It's somewhere else, and that's okay. That's when you're rebuilding. You got to trust your GM to find some guys that are kind of leftovers that can help you.
I don't even know if it's depth, though, on the secondary. Like, the actual secondary may be playing for another
ones.
team.
I'm worried about the ones.
Depth in general isn't necessarily a word you'll use to describe the Dolphins this
Which
year.
is why I really focused on the first drive. Because, I'm being serious. Like, Malik Willis and the ones, Devon Achane looked like he was in midseason form. Like, their depth is kind of scary, but Crowder has said it a million times. They're working with 50 cents on the dollar, 40 cents on the dollar if it was the new $179 million figure in dead cap money that came out this week.
Yeah, and that's why I tell people. That's why when people are like, "Oh, I like this, I like that," I tell them the truth. I'm like, "Look, there are nice pieces to this team, but man, they need a lot of pieces still in this puzzle. I mean, and you're going to see it as the season goes on and injuries happen and the depth gets tested. That's where this team's going to struggle. But again, I go back to Willis. As long as it's Willis who you keep upright and give him a chance to play a full season, to me, that's the focus of this year, along with obviously the young guys you drafted and trying to build there."
And Will, you've been out there. Is Caleb Douglas, is he a looter and a riot, or is he's a legit? I haven't seen him play. Like, I saw him in the game. He looked good, but I haven't seen him practice and all that. But everybody is raving about Caleb Douglas. But if you're around a bunch of D's and you get a B, you look great because you're getting B's around D players.
Yeah, and look, and I think to your point, it is hard to judge because it's camp. You know, these guys aren't, obviously playing against someone else and hitting and pressing and corners coming at you like that. But I will say this, his size is what intrigues me most and his ability to make plays. He's 6'3", guys. If this was a 5'10" guy that's sort of surprising and making some nice plays, I get it. But a guy that size that has shown that catch radius and that ability to go up and get it and make acrobatic grabs and separate is kind of exciting. And I think with Chris Bell's return, look, I think fans have to be patient with Bell. He is coming off a serious injury, and you got to give it time. Those two young pieces at receiver give you something, I think, to look at. But Douglas in particular, to me, being healthy and showing what he's shown already is someone I think you got to keep an eye on. I think I'm impressed. Again, his size, the whole package just really, really impresses me at that size to be able to make plays like that.
Before we end up running out of time here, Will, let me just shift over to the Miami Heat. Is it Klay Thompson or bust at this point? Is that who they are focused on?
Yeah, I think so, and I think that's okay. That's another thing. You get fans, you get Giannis. Like, okay, what's next? And everybody wants to see that next piece. And I'm like, look, the piece is Giannis. Now you just build around them. But I think they're being smart and being patient because I think he's the one guy out there left that moves the needle, right? Like, he's the one guy out there. Everybody says the same thing about the Heat. Well, who's going to hit shots, right? Who's going to hit threes? Well, you got one of the greatest three-point shooters of all time potentially available. I think you have to be patient. I think you have to wait. And if it doesn't work out, then they'll pivot another direction. They'll find some depth. They'll go into the directions, whether it's a veteran, whether it's a young guy that they have on a two-way, whatever it may be. But I think at this point, I tell fans, be patient. If they can get Klay Thompson, whatever that may be, then you're going to be happy. Because to me, on this roster, he's exactly what they need.
Hey, Clay, can you please give Hawk and Crowder a cosign with me? That
his name's Will.
Wait, did he call me Clay? Oh, because of Klay Thompson? Okay. Listen, Steph, what do you got? What's going on?
Did you call him Clay?
Did I?
He did.
Wow.
Did I?
I had to say something because y'all get on me when I do it. So
because usually you call him Clay because of Clay Ferrero. Solana may have called him Clay because we were talking about Klay Thompson. I didn't even notice it.
Maybe Will.
Just don't call me Cunyo. I'm okay. So
Can Will space the floor?
Are you
he
sure
might be
I did
inside
that?
Will.
I don't think I did that.
I think Will's got a wet jumper, doesn't he?
Wet jumper. I think it's soaked. It's going straight to the ground.
Will can get up and down the floor, though. Like, he does cardio. He'll get up and down the floor. He'll get some steps out there.
Running up and down, I'll be fine. Finishing is my problem. That's a big problem.
Can you co-sign Will? I apologize if I did. I'm not so certain that I did.
I didn't notice it.
Can you co-sign that Pelle Larsson is due for a legitimate breakout season this year? Because anytime I bring up Pelle...
Oh, wait a second. Due? Like he's had one before and he's like...
Goodness gracious.
No, like he's going to have a breakout season this year alongside Giannis. Because, Will, the genesis of this is that every time I bring up Pelle Larsson...
I mean, you did say that about Jovic last season.
Yeah,
we know
fair.
what happened there. We know what happened there.
They
Poor
think
guys.
they just think I'm being like a super heat homer and basically kind of brush him off like he's just a whatever ancillary piece on this team. But I legitimately believe he's going to be a big time player for the Heat this season.
Clay and Will both agree with that. Like, I think he is going to be. I look at him and I thought last year he was a breakout guy. Given the playing time and what they needed from him, I thought he did everything he was asked for to show that he could be more than just a little piece, right? A piece that maybe a young guy who plays well. You've heard the saying a million times before, the cliche, a guy's got that dog in him. No one on that roster has that dog in him more to me than Pella. That guy works, hustles. He reminds me in his personality and play of Goran, being that he seems like the nicest guy in the world, right? But he's on the court, he's not the nicest guy in the world. Like, he will face you up. He will take a charge. Obviously, he will get hit in the face a lot, clearly. But I think his growth as a player, I think he's got more as far as shooting ability, as far as driving. We've seen his finish strong. I think he plays great defense. I agree with you. I really do. I think, and by the way, I think the Heat agree with you. I think they're counting on a big jump from Pella this season.
We got to go, Will, but today is National Fajita Day. If you order fajitas at a Mexican restaurant, are you just a big look at me, Louie?
Today or in general?
In general.
Yes. Yeah. Look, I don't do fajitas. I don't do a Mexican restaurant. No, I think you're trying to. It's like if you get that and a margarita, you might as well have a shirt on. Just look at me, Louie.
Right. Then you want the big sombrero and like the whole thing.
If you want the mariachis to come out and sing to you, go ahead. Do your thing.
Exactly. All right. Will Manso. Watch him on Local 10. Don't forget, Local 10 is your television home for the Miami Heat this season. Very exciting for them. Thank you, Will.
You got it, guys.
There you go, Will Manso. All right, Gulfstream Park. There is no better way to spend a summer day than Gulfstream Park in beautiful Hallandale Beach. They have live racing Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays through the end of the month, August 31st. Monday racing features weekly on-track giveaways, a $500 drawing, new wagers, and food and drink specials like $3 Mondays in the Silk Simulcast Center, $3 cheese pizza slices, soft pretzels, hot dogs, plus you enjoy $3 Budweiser drafts in the Breezeway Bar. You want to make reservations in 10 Palms Restaurant and enjoy prime seating and dining while overlooking the track. 10 Palms is open Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays during the summer as well, and you can make reservations at GulfstreamPark.com. The next Taste at the Track is Saturday, August 29th. It is Taste of Havana. There will be a full menu of Cuban food and a cocktail menu featuring expertly crafted mojitos, daiquiris, and other Cuban-inspired cocktails. Taste at the Track, Saturday, August 29th. Make it a day at Gulfstream Park. A little South Florida summer day, betting on some horse racing, and enjoying the great sights and sounds at Gulfstream Park. There is nothing like it. Get all the details at GulfstreamPark.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Another day closer to death.
Talk About It Tuesday on Hawk, Crowder, and Solana is sponsored by Miami Lake Chevrolet, where you walk in as a customer and drive out as family.
Game 2 of the Marlins series with the Phillies in the city of brotherly love tonight. We'll get things started with Marlins on deck at 6.
Bum, 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 ba-na-na-na. Yeah, today's National Fajita Day. There are people who swear by fajitas. But explain to me, what's different? I guess, the difference between a fajita and a burrito, although you can get a steak burrito, because I'm thinking usually it's like ground beef or whatever. But, the ingredients that come in a fajita are essentially the same ingredients that you get in most Mexican dishes,
Yeah, it's
right?
all the same.
Yeah.
Just different delivery devices via
Right.
tortilla, different shapes.
But why do you want to make it yourself, I guess, is the...
That's the thing that gets me.
That's the thing. It's like people get so excited to make it themselves.
Yeah.
You don't see that with any other food, do you?
Yeah, you do. You go to Korean barbecue places.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Korean barbecue places are a hit, especially in L.A.
Yeah.
Lines out the door, and you're essentially making your own food. It's like melting pot, which I'm not a big fan of.
That is different to me, though, because melting pot, you get to have it at your leisure, right? I want 2 pieces of chicken. I'm going to have my 2 pieces of chicken, and now I want, a whatever, and a cauliflower in the vat of oil.
Nobody's eating cauliflower.
And the vat of oil and the batter that you put all over it to make anything taste good. But in other words, you don't ever go to a deli and say, I'll have the turkey sandwich, assemble it yourself, where they bring you one tray that's got a couple slices of bread, one tray's got some lettuce on it, one tray's got a couple pieces of Swiss cheese, and you know what I mean? And then you formulate your own turkey sandwich.
You go to Publix. Don't worry, I'll come back there. I'll come around.
That I wouldn't mind. Now that I actually think they should implement, because sometimes I just don't like the way that they're making it. No, but the fajita, it's just the ingredients. There's no, you know what I mean? Like the melting pot, you're actually doing something.
You're missing the boat here. And we have the same discussion every year on National Fajita Day because I, first of all, consider myself like a connoisseur of Mexican cuisine, genuinely.
Sure. Yeah, we've always considered that of you.
It's on your resume.
Yes, the fajitas.
Why do you consider yourself that?
I love Chipotle. Big Chipotle guy.
I didn't know you were that authentic. My bad. I take it back.
I've been to Cancun a couple times.
Cancun is fire.
I've been to Playa del Carmen.
Yeah, Cozumel.
Sure, yeah. All the hot
Cozumel.
I've been to Senor Frogs.
Right.
Cozumel. Goodness.
I've had a quesadilla at Fat Tuesdays in Cozumel, and it's delicious.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I understand why, if you're somebody who doesn't like fajitas, and you see somebody at a Mexican restaurant order fajitas, and you get the sizzling plate, and it smells up the joint.
Histrionics.
For sure. I understand why you'd look at that and say, that person's annoying.
Yeah.
And I understand that. But if you ever order tacos, you're going to say no. But the reality is, this is what happens. You order tacos. They bring you 3 tacos, right?
Yes.
They come prepared. By the time you're eating the second and third taco, the second and third taco are cold. That's not debatable. That's fact.
Cold?
The protein inside the taco.
Where are you eating
cold,
tacos at?
It's lukewarm. That's a fact.
They're colder.
Okay.
But not cold.
The fajita plate keeps the protein warm. It keeps the peppers warm.
I'll give you that. How about serving my entree then on a dish with a cover? Then I don't have to make it. I don't have to go through all the histrionics of the sizzling and the whatever, but you're now keeping my dish warm for me.
Son, do you eat burgers?
Yeah.
Would you want a burger brought out with the buns and the meat and the lettuce and everything separated?
That's what I'm saying. It is completely.
But you've never gotten a potato and you say, yeah, just have the potato plain, bring everything on the side?
No, that's for idiots.
Why?
Right. We got to take a break. The 3 o'clock hour is coming up. We'll get headlines. We have some sound to listen to from Jeff Halfley and see what he had to say today. And also we'll play a little Talk About It Tuesday as well. So don't go anywhere. 3 o'clock hour coming up next.
If your garage doors are outdated, damaged, or not hurricane ready, you are missing the boat. You got to call Allied Doors today. I called Allied Doors months ago. I'm telling you, they are the best. Serving South Florida since 1966. That's 60 years of trusted family-owned service. And if I'm calling you out or your neighbor, you'll know if I'm doing it. Beautiful family, beautiful home, well-kept yard. You wave at all the neighbors when they drive past, but your garage doors are garbage. Don't be that person. And you know who I'm talking about. If you're not that person, you got to call Allied Doors. Huge in-stock inventory, same-day service, custom impact-rated doors that are built to protect and upgrade your home fast. And the LiftMaster openers. When I started dealing with Allied Doors, I thought every garage door, I thought all of them were ceiling mounted, but Allied Doors has the LiftMaster side openers, and they have the ceiling openers. I'm telling you, it is something special. They're quiet, they're efficient. Personal home where I keep my family, my 3 kids, my wife. We use Allied Doors. My wife's investment properties, we have Allied Doors. You got to call Allied Doors today, 954-942-8550. That's 954-942-8550, or visit allied-doors.com. Mention this ad and you will have $300 off protecting and upgrading your home fast. Don't wait. Call Allied Doors today.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana show.
But now I've got an entire squid and quail egg in my mouth.
This hurricane season, keep it on FM 104.3 for hurricane coverage as we partner with CBS 4 to bring you the latest storm information.
do you want it? Let's give this to DBJ. Got to be very careful. I want to play some cuts from Jeff Hafley. We're going to get to talk about it Tuesday as well. Crowder's in Indianapolis for his Pivot training camp tour. Did your son, Chan, mention to you at all yesterday the Cubs game, the PCA situation?
I saw it on ESPN this morning.
Chan likes PCA, right?
He loves PCA.
So Pete Crow Armstrong yesterday started the game, and it's such a great series when the Cubs play the White Sox.
Yeah.
PCA starts the game, leads off the game with a home run, and then ends the game on a walk-off home run. That is the 7th time, only the 7th time in the history of baseball that a hitter started a game with a home run and ended it with a home run.
You want to hear something cool, which I don't know if this is just a dad thing that's really cool to me. We can be in the batting cage, and he'll be like, this is how Shohei bats. And I'll throw it, and he'll hit like Shohei. PCA has got on his how do they bat list now. And he'll be like, and he'll wiggle the bat behind his neck like he does. It's the coolest thing in the world that he really loves baseball to that level.
I find it so cool that your son loves baseball that way, because I had asked you a couple of weeks ago, like, does he follow it the way that we follow NFL teams and players? And he does. You know, for me, like, growing up in the 70s, baseball was a big deal. You followed it. Now, you only followed your team, really, because you weren't exposed to the other teams. But we knew all the players on the Cubs and the White Sox. And kids today, they don't know baseball players except when they're playing like MLB The Show or whatever. Right. That's how DJ and his friends learned all the baseball players. But the fact that, your kid is playing a lot of baseball but is trying to mimic batting stances and stuff, I just find it to be a throwback. I find it to be so cool.
It's so weird to me. He'll because I'm the pitcher, so I'm throwing behind this net, and he tries to hit me in the head every time, which is not fun for me because it's scary.
I'd like a couple shots at that.
Yeah, but he'll when I'll throw a ball and he'll hit it, and then I'll pick up the next couple balls, and he'll say PCA, and he'll change his batting stance, and he'll hold his foot back like PCA does. Then he'll say Tatis, and he'll put his foot way up. Like, he knows exactly how everybody bats, which is crazy to me. But he watches the game like he's watching game film, which I love because I think that's what it takes for you to be great. And I've told him that.
That is. If you're gonna, I always, when I was program director at 790 The Ticket, I used to tell people, like, if you want to be great in radio, you've got to study radio. Like, you have to know other personalities. I used to buy air checks from other cities, when there was no internet. And so I would buy cassettes from DJs in other cities and listen to them. And I would always say, like, if you wanted to be a banker, like, you need to learn the banking industry. Mm-hmm. You need to know who the top bankers are, who the CEOs are. Like, you need to know and emulate what they do. And for your son who wants to be a baseball player, like, yeah, he's got to emulate batting stances and know who's got what kind of wind-up, what kind of delivery. Like, I find the whole thing to be neat.
Yeah. Pretty fun to watch.
It's 305.
Dale.
God bless. Dale.
Thank you, Bedbug.
You're welcome.
305 is sponsored by Miami Lakes Chevrolet, where you walk in as a customer and drive out as family.
But to this conversation, when Tatis got caught for PEDs, that hurt little Chan.
I bet.
Because now it's like one of my favorite players. Is he cheating, Daddy? Like, what is that? I was like, so we had to have that was what, 3 years ago?
That's a conversation every father has to have with their son.
We don't know. It's not a conversation every father has to have.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Hawk, no, I can't tell my son if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Oh, I mean, I've been saying that to David for the longest. I go, listen, whether it comes to Daddy's marriage or a test you're taking, whatever it is, we're a family of cheaters. And buy in. We're practically gypsies. I don't even think you can say that anymore. I don't even think you can use gypsies as like a pejorative anymore.
I would say the PED conversation was one of the most uncomfortable conversations I've ever had in my life with my son.
And this one other thing, baseball-wise, I don't want to harp on the Marlins from earlier, which we did, but one other thing baseball-wise from PCA last night, John Heyman from MLB Network, because, MVP right now, it's either going to be Shohei or Pete Crow Armstrong.
Yeah.
Those are the two players. Last night, I don't know if you saw this, John Heyman tweeted out, in one of the greatest MVP races ever, PCA and Shohei each had 4 hits and 2 home runs last night. But PCA's homers were a leadoff and a walk-off versus rival White Sox. Their season stats/achievements are debatable, but PCA fairly leads due to the incredible narrative and unmatched dramatics. And there's also, I know Solana loves it, voter fatigue.
No, Hawk. And this is another conversation that me and Chan have had riding the practice. He's competing with PCA on the offensive side of the ball, but he's also an ace pitcher.
Right. Like, that's always going to give him an advantage in MVP voting.
And it should. I don't know about this fatigue thing. That's special. That is ridiculously special.
PCA has my vote, though. And, of course, you guys know I'm an MVP voter for the Hard Rock Bet app. I put a little wager.
The Boca Red Rockets.
Wouldn't it be funny if I had an MVP vote?
Shohei hasn't been pitching, though, over the past month or so because he's had knee inflammation.
It's the only reason that this is a neck-and-neck race right now. And PCA, I think, does have the edge.
Because
I think PCA is the favorite on the Hard Rock app.
Makes sense. But if Shohei was pitching and still putting up the numbers he's putting up as a batter, then it's almost impossible to argue that somebody, even if their batting statistics were as good as Shohei's and he's out there pitching with a under 2 ERA, that they could be more valuable than Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah. Oh, Pete Crow Armstrong and Shohei are both minus 110 on the Hard Rock app.
Like I said, my son loves him. I love him. If you give me a chance that I could trade for either player, come on.
Oh, Shohei in a heartbeat. Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's a once-in-a-lifetime athlete.
That's crazy what he does.
Headlines brought to you by Doral Kia in Miami. At a Domino's game, you'll find your abuelito. And whenever you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now at Doral Kia.
Something else, just because we're on the topic of baseball that happened over the weekend, I was going to bring this up during Talk About It Tuesday, but Joshua Baez plays for the Cardinals.
That was amazing.
First pitch in his major league career, making his MLB debut. First pitch he sees. First pitch. Hit to ding-dong. Ends up with 3 home runs in his MLB debut with the Cardinals, which is obviously a Major League Baseball record. Nobody else has ever done that. And I was going to ask you guys, what's more impressive, Bam Adebayo scoring 83 points in an NBA game, or Joshua Baez hitting 3 home runs in his first ever game in his Major League career?
By a mile.
Yeah.
I mean, if Bam did that in his first NBA game, maybe, but no, I would.
I agree, but I don't think it's by a mile. I mean, Hawk, there's a reason nobody has ever scored more than 81 points in an NBA game.
Well, Wilt Chamberlain scored 100.
One person.
Wilt Bam Mamba. I would say Bam might be more impressive. It's not like Baez hasn't been playing baseball his whole life. He was in the minor leagues.
But Baez did something that's never been done before in the history of the sport.
And Bam did something that's never been done before by one person.
Well, but then it's been done before.
I don't know.
It hasn't been done before, it has been done before.
I don't know. To catch 3 balls or to dominate a game and score 83, I think 83 is more impressive. What if it was his second game?
I mean, someone's still already done it, and one could make the argument, too, that it was a little dicey at the end when it came to fouling and, even being in the game. And I don't want to relitigate this, but
it was a 10-point game, Hawk. It was a 10-point game.
I thought we were all on the same side of this.
Now, if Montas Buzelis had done this.
The thing is, like multi-home run games, 3 home run games, not saying that they're extremely common, but they happen throughout an MLB season. Like, this happens often.
And your first 3 MLB at-bats ever?
But 83 points does not happen.
It's happened twice in the history of basketball with peach baskets.
But it could happen. In other words, you could make that happen. You could make that your game plan, right? Any head coach with the agreement of the team could say, no one shoots tonight but so-and-so. He's going to score 83. You cannot script what Baez did. You can't, you just can't. You can't make that happen. You can't do anything in his favor to make that happen.
Players have
there's been 650 times somebody's hit 3 home runs in a game in the major leagues.
Right, but I'm talking first 3 at bats.
No, there's been 650 times that a human being that's at bat could hit 3 home runs in a game. 650. There's been 2 times somebody could score over 83 points.
There's been 1 time that a game that out of hand has allowed the star player to stay in that long in the history since the peach basket was invented.
Once Dr. Naismith put that peach basket on that damn light pole, there's been only 2 people.
I'm just teasing, Heat fans. I'm just playing fun argument.
Over 650 times in MLB history, somebody hit 3 home runs in a game. That's not hard.
Even the idea, though.
I can't do it, but if it's 650 times, Hawk, 650 times a human has hit 3 home runs in a game.
Let's see how many baseball games have been played since Abner Doubleday invented the sport and see if it's a rare occurrence or not.
I love how Crowder goes, I can't do it. Like, if we had any idea.
Right.
Like, if we were questioning whether or not you could accomplish that in an MLB game.
I got benched in a celebrity baseball game.
But even the stones of a rookie making his debut, swinging at the first pitch, let alone that it's a home run, swinging at the first pitch he sees by a Major League Baseball pitcher, to me is just absurd. Like, you've got to have massive balls.
Did you see the size of that guy? He's got massive balls. That guy is a big human being.
This is the thing. Baez isn't 19. He's been in the minor leagues. He's been in single A, double A, triple A. That's why that's why I don't look at it as, his first game ever. No, it's his first game getting called up, but he's seen millions of pitches.
But there's still a difference though, man. I understand what you're saying. You're playing in the minors. It's professional.
No. I agree. There's definitely something different about it. But
it's the big time.
It'd be like Crowder, first play from scrimmage for a rookie running back, handing it off, and he takes it 95 yards to the house.
And then does it again, and then does it a third time. Bam!
I think I had 7-8 tackles against the Broncos my rookie year.
Oh, stop it.
I did. I went out there and knocked the hell out of Jimmy Smith.
All 7 were on kick returns.
Did you know that Josh Baez played for the Palm Beach Cardinals?
Really?
Yeah, in West Palm. Had no idea.
The frozen iguanas.
That's right. No, that's the Jupiter Hammerheads.
I was saying that's the affiliate. The Palm Beach Cardinals are the affiliates of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah, I figured that out when I read Palm Beach Cardinals.
Yep.
Get him, Jimbo.
You knew that offhand, or did you figure that out when I yelled Palm Beach Cardinals?
Baez is 23 years old.
Yeah.
He's not a puppy. He's not a child.
He's never played in Major League Baseball.
But he's played baseball his whole life. I'm reading his Wikipedia.
Well, Bam's played basketball longer than he's played baseball. Bam's like 40.
What kind of argument is that? You played football your whole life when you got to the NFL.
All right, let's get.
No, when I had 6 tackles against the Broncos.
All right, we heard you. We don't believe you.
So I saw this, one of these ESPN analytics accounts, ESPN Insights tweeted this. Miami, the Dolphins, has not won a playoff game since 2000, the longest active drought in the NFL. And ESPN Analytics projects another tough season ahead. The Dolphins, they write, have the best chance of any team to land the number 1 pick in the upcoming 2027 NFL draft at just over 20%, with nearly a 90% chance to pick in the top 10.
All right. Would make
Arch.
sense. Nah, I don't know.
Who you like more, Dante Moore, Mensah?
Well, if I happen to be watching Fernando Mendoza on one of the monitors right now. Like, if you're not a believer in Fernando Mendoza after the season he had, how the hell are you a believer in Arch Manning as a franchise changer?
Because I saw him spin that thing.
Who? Peyton? Eli?
No, I saw Arch against Florida in a loss, but Arch can throw that ball, Hawk. I'm not, I'm a detractor on everybody. Arch Manning can throw that ball.
I got to see a real good season before I'm willing to do that.
Any of you guys see this? These comments from the NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell. He says it's inevitable that the league will eventually have a team permanently based outside of the United States.
I vote Cozumel.
I only had 3 tackles in the Broncos game.
We had a feeling.
I hate you.
At least you got PT. Shocked. Junior Seau, Zach Thomas were on that team.
Zach had
Had to have like 19 tackles.
Zach had 14. Goodness gracious. Damn, Zach was good.
Picked up some scraps. All right, anything else, Solana?
Yeah, the Marlins are going to play again tonight after getting hosed yesterday, 6:40 p.m. Listen to the broadcast right here on FM 104.3 WQAM.
What about a pass deflection?
There you go.
Yeah.
Who's the quarterback?
I was locking somebody down. I don't know.
Who did you deflect? This is your first game ever?
Yeah, Jake Plummer. Jake Plummer was throwing, and I had a deflection.
Look at you. I bet you thought, you're like, man, I came close. I'm going to be racking up INTs during my NFL career, baby.
They didn't come. I told you they used to call me white on rice. That's how close my coverage was.
You were to interceptions what Jalen Phillips is to sacks.
You saw Jalen Phillips break through the offensive line against Buffalo in this preseason game. He's on Carolina and try to bring down Josh Allen, and Josh Allen just with one hand was holding him up, got rid of the football.
Josh is gonna have a year, man. Josh look good.
Yeah, a year, just like we've seen. He's going to lose in the playoffs like every other year.
Bingo.
And half the stadium isn't going to be able to even see the field because that stadium is so poorly built.
Bizarre. It is bizarre. It's almost like I was the architect.
How does that happen, right? In 2026?
I don't know. You'd think that there's a program that would have red flags in areas that would have decreased visibility.
Plexiglass in front of
like a
hundreds of seats.
like a hockey game.
Yeah. All right, guys. Your weather in South Florida, 93 degrees. It feels like 744 degrees outside. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the low 80s. This weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Have a leaky roof? Take action now. Get your free estimate. Call 954-968-8155.
All right, we will hear from Jeff Hafley in the next segment, see what the Dolphins head coach had to say. Cheetah Pompano, that's your party headquarters, birthday parties, office parties, bachelor parties, divorce parties. Cheetah Pompano. You can hunker down there, watch a game, or enjoy some of the entertainment. They have the most beautiful ladies in South Florida to entertain. Of Of course, Cheetah Pompano has that amazing complimentary gourmet lunch till 3 p.m. every day, happy hour specials till 6. This Sunday, Cheetah Palm Beach is hosting their bartender bash, pretty in pink. Come see your favorite bartenders and waitresses dressed all in pink, gracing all 3 stages. There will be bottle specials, a roast beef carving station starting at 6 p.m., a gourmet dessert and cheese station as well. So make sure you're at Cheetah Palm Beach on Sunday. And, of course, any day is a great day to visit Cheetah Pompano Beach. This Sunday, Cheetah Palm Beach. Get all the details at cheetahsofl.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
My metabolic age is 15.
Yeah, well, your metabolic IQ is 15 as well. not have a beard.
That's funny.
Ironic, at least, right?
Yeah.
He passed away today at the age of 77. All right. Rest in peace. Jeff Hafley spoke to the media. This was today before practice?
Yes, this morning.
All right, before practice today, Jeff Hafley. I see one of the cuts here says joint practices are not about scheme, it's about competition. When do the joint practices start with the Giants? Is it tomorrow or is it Thursday?
I think it's Thursday, but I'll have to double check.
All right, so here is Jeff Hafley talking about joint practices.
This year in these joint practices, it's trying to figure out who we are, what we have, get our players better, get them more confident, push them to compete rather than try to out-scheme, confuse, and beat the New York Giants in a football practice. That would be more ego, and that would be a selfish move on my part than it would be about our team and trying to get them better, if that makes sense. And I guess I'm pretty passionate about that because I feel the same way in preseason games. It's let these guys go play as fast as they can, as hard as they can, and who can get off a block and whose eyes are in the right spot and who can set an edge and who can do all the little things that really matter in our game when things get hard. And then I think when you get into the season, then it is our job to get our guys in the best positions and protect weaknesses and emphasize strengths and game plan. And I personally don't believe that's our time in practice. I want to get our players better.
Is
Love
not
it.
a breath of fresh air after 4 years of McDaniel?
Solana said it. He said antithesis or some big word, but he hit it on the head with the difference between McDaniel and Hafley. They are different humans.
Man, it's just like it's like angels singing when he speaks.
But that listen, I don't want to be negative, but the Giants got a roster now.
Oh, Giants, listen, Jackson Dart showed me something. Cam Scatterbo, this guy's dumb as a rock, but man, is he good. I want to see him for a full season. They're kind of, I don't know. They have some talent if you're a believer in Jackson Dart.
I do believe in Jackson Dart, but with Calvin Austin III, I had to look it up. I just don't know this, but he went crazy in the first preseason game. I don't know if Malik Neighbors is going to play, but having Scatterbo and then now Brian Burns, you're going to really see what your tackles can do with Reese and Burns. Like they have a front four that can get after it. So we're going to see what our offensive line can do during these practices.
Do we have any idea who's playing Saturday? Like, are they going to play Jackson Dart? Because he almost got injured in the last game. I would imagine that they're not going to play him, right?
I don't know, but my guess is, Jackson Dart won't be playing. They'll probably do what most teams do, which is joint practice. They'll take that a little seriously, and then that'll be it. I can't explain to you how down I am on the New York Giants.
Really?
Just
with Harbaugh?
Yeah, with Harbaugh. I saw his opening little spiel to the team.
It was boring.
That sounds good when you're an established head coach at an established organization, and people just have to buy into what it is that you sell because it's your guy.
Established head coach, though, no?
He is, but he's going somewhere new with a totally different roster where he's trying to appeal to a lot of young core guys in New York. And he didn't come off to me as somebody who appeals to young guys like Jackson Dart, who's really like this Hollywood-type persona, like a Malik Neighbors, who we know can be a bit of a character, outspoken one, who, by the way, is still banged up, Crowder. We don't know what he's going to look like. And their running back, Cam Scatterbo, I told you guys a couple months ago, like, to me, that has all the makings of a disaster waiting to happen. Another major injury, off-the-field stuff. Like, I just – and the division that they play in, I'd bet money on the Commanders, on the Eagles, or the Cowboys before I bet money on the New York Giants making the playoffs.
I'm not a believer in the Eagles. I think they're on the decline.
They are on the decline, but they still have a lot of great players, Hawk.
They do. I just think they're on the decline, and I think Washington as well. Like, are we're back in on Jaden Daniels? Like, what are we doing?
It's him coming off the injury, having Scary Terry, and the guy that just not Debo. Stephon Diggs is there. So you have Jaden Daniels having to prove himself to the league again with Diggs and Terry.
Let me see on the Hard Rock Bet app. Who do you think is the favorite in the division?
Oh, I would say the Cowboys.
Let's see. Hold on.
Are you out on Jalen Hurts because of his new silly mustache?
No. I just I feel like that thing is always hanging on by a Nick Sirianni thread.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that thread could be broken so easily.
Nick Sirianni has to win to be digestible. As soon as they have a losing season, it's over for Nick Sirianni.
I have forgotten how to use this. Why can't I get to NFL stuff?
Want me to tap in here?
Yeah, can you?
Sure.
Well, as
see
y'all are
any-
looking it up, I'm going to tell y'all why y'all disrespect my career.
Okay.
I was just looking through the 05 season, looking at myself and Zach Thomas and Junior's numbers. Y'all were spoiled.
We were focused on them. We were focused on them.
Y'all were spoiled by Hall of Famers. So you thought I was. It's like Jacob Rodriguez. That's why I keep saying, please stop comparing this man to Zach Thomas because it's going to make it.
You the next Zach Thomas or the next
No,
Peter Seo?
and that's what I said. You calling him the next Zach Thomas? He is a Hall of Famer. So y'all were watching Hall of Fame linebacking play.
Yeah.
Elite is what you want to call it. And then y'all weren't happy with just real good linebacking play. That's why y'all disrespect me.
That's fair. You're actually correct on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you were fine. Whatever.
Whatever.
All right, here we go. NFC East odds to win the division based on the Hard Rock Bet app. Want to guess the favorite?
Oh, man.
Cowboys. George
favorite?
Pickens, C.D. Lamb, Quentin Williams. The Cowboys got a squad, too.
I think it might be Philadelphia.
It's the Eagles, plus 125
Yeah.
as the favorite. Cowboys are second, plus 210.
Where are the Giants? Ahead of Washington or no?
No.
No.
Commanders are plus 500, so there's a big drop-off there. And the Giants are right behind, plus 550.
I think I'm going to bet the Giants to win that division.
Oh, come on.
I'm not kidding you.
To win the division.
Yeah. If it all goes right, like it would surprise the hell out of you.
Yes.
If Jackson Dart had a better season than Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, or Dak.
Yes.
It
To me,
would?
yes, but I guess maybe I'm not as high on Jackson Dart. He was fun
But I'm
last
saying
year.
it would be the most surprising thing ever. Like, not to me.
Proven quarterback, 2 number 1 receivers, good offensive line, and they just solidified the defense. Von Miller's now a Cowboy. The Cowboys roster's crazy.
Right. The Cowboys just have a way, though, of imploding. They do. I'm just saying, to take a flyer on plus 550 for the Giants to win that division doesn't seem that outlandish to me, because we really don't know what Washington's going to be. Jaden Daniels had one great season. We don't know what they're going to be. I do think Philly's on the decline. For whatever reason, I do. And the Cowboys, they just have a way of, like...
The Cowboys are going to go 12-5 at worst. They're going to get whooped in the playoffs because that's my whole...
We've seen Dak get injured before, though. I mean, if he gets injured, who's their backup? Do you have any idea?
I don't know.
Cooper Rush. It's not.
It's not, but yeah.
You know what? If
Might as
Jackson
well be.
Dart doesn't play in the preseason game, do you know who the backup is?
It's
Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston.
We're going to see Jameis Winston when we play them.
Yeah.
I love it.
Here's another cut from Jeff Hafley, by the way. This cut 7. Why joint practices are better than the actual preseason games.
Yeah, that was big. I think that was really big, and a lot of people did it. When I was first in the league, it usually was your third preseason game where you got them out, and they played through the half. They played at least a series going into the third quarter. The problem is now is the joint practices have kind of taken over, and I think a lot of coaches and a lot of players would rather get their reps in those practices, because here's how we have to look at it. So say our starters we practice against the Giants on Thursday, right? And then the game's on Saturday. So you're talking, you get 1 day of rest and then you're playing a game. If our starters go out and play 40 snaps against the Giants on a Thursday practice, that'd be like playing 2 games in 3 days, which is nobody's going to do. So where do you want to see your starters get more reps? In practice against the Giants starters? Or you want to kind of hold them off in practice and go do a dress rehearsal? I'd rather get the practice done the right way against the Giants starters, get great work in, and then we'll see where we're at. But if a player plays 40-plus snaps on a Thursday, you can't play him in 3 quarters on a Saturday. It's not fair to the player, and it's not safe.
How about making it fair for the guy who's paying $200 a ticket?
Thank you.
I mean,
no,
you're charging
thank
me
you.
for the game, and then you're telling me, oh, I can't play these guys, though they're in practice.
Do you want to win in November, or do you
I don't
want to
spend $200 on a ticket.
No. Halfley is 100% correct. Get after it. See what you got. We're all about development. Like, what are we doing?
Develop a
zero-
$200 ticket into a competitive game.
Okay, Hawk, we're 0-0 on Friday, and you know what our record's going to be on Sunday? 0-0.
Yeah, but they charge you full price for preseason games. I'm not paying. I'm going to be out of town. I'm not even going. But
No.
they charge you full price for preseason games. That's kind of bogus if that's going to be the coach's explanation.
That's a hell of an assessment, but fans are fans. Let's go see our boys run on that field.
Well, you don't have a choice, though. If you buy season tickets, you don't have a choice. You have to buy the preseason games, and they charge you full price.
Tobin, during Game Day Uncensored, brought up such a great take, which was he's sick of these joint practices because what it's done is given coaches and players an out to not take the preseason serious. And I'm not saying starters should play the entire preseason. That's not my point. But, Crowder, there's a reason why week 1, week 2 comes around, and players on the defense are missing tackles, and they're not able to wrap up guys. And it's because nobody's taking the preseason serious. Nobody's going out there and actually taking the reps that they need to take to be ready for week 1 and week 2, because in these joint practices, they're not allowing each other to tackle each other. And it's just gotten to a point where, like, what's the point of the preseason if nobody's going to take it serious, nobody's going to play their guys in the preseason, and coaches are doing more and more to set up these joint practices, which we know are nonsense. It's going to take away from the consumer's ability to watch players. Like, what's
Solana,
the point?
it's not
Don't
nonsense.
even do the preseason.
It's not nonsense. Listen, that last statement I'll be with. Don't do preseason. It's not preseason. It's not the schedule. It's football now. We've been doing this training camp tour, and these young dudes, they'll ask us about two-a-days. They're like, bruh, y'all used to practice in the morning, go back inside, and then get dressed again and practice again. And we're like, yeah, that was football. I don't know how I could do that because I got a massage set up at 3 p.m. Like, it's not, and I get what you're saying, Solana. It's not the preseason schedule. It's how football has changed, where they're not letting people bang anymore. They're not letting Nick Saban 9-on-7 is just a flat out. There's no receivers on the field. Everybody on the field knows the offense is running the ball. The defense has to stop the run. We have no play actions. We have nothing. We usually just go bust each other in the face 20 times in a row. And now, okay, well, let's go to linebacker drills. It's not the preseason. So I would say I understand what you're saying. I agree with you. I hate the defense not being able to tackle early in the season, but it's football. It's what football has become. It has nothing to do with these joint practices. But on the joint practice side, guys are going to go harder in the one-on-one drills. Guys are going to go harder in the pass rush drills. Patrick Paul having to line up against Brian Burns, I want to see that. I want Patrick Paul to see Brian Burns a couple times because he's not going to see him on Saturday night.
It's what our society has become. All right, let me tell you about my good friends and the amazing award-winning team at Doral Kia. Whenever you want a low price, you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Take advantage of your Pricito all month long on popular new Kia models like a Sportage, Sorento, Telluride, K5, Soul, and more. Don't wait. Hurry to Doral Kia today, just like the Hochmans did. We went down to Doral Kia, got our son a Kia K4. Mitchell, the Kia boss, and his entire staff will take great care of you, just like he took great care of us. Easy financing, fast service, the best value for your money. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Tighten your ass up, whale.
Celebrity birthdays today. Willie Cauley-Stein is 32. I don't know why he's still on my celebrity birthday list, but Willie Cauley-Stein is 32 years old.
Tough day.
What could you tell me about Willie Cauley-Stein?
Ooh, he's light-skinned.
Sacramento Kings?
Sacramento Kings.
Is there anything else anybody knows about Willie Cauley-Stein?
Kentucky?
Is there anyone on sports radio anywhere in the world who is mentioning that it's Willie Cauley-Stein's birthday today?
No way.
No chance, right?
Just ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you're right about that.
I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to check, but I can't take a definitive stance against you because you might be right.
Think there's a Willie Cauley-Stein fan club?
I just can't imagine many celebrity birthday lists having Willie Cauley-Stein on it.
You know I hate hyphenated names. I can't stand them. Pick a name.
Jeremy Shockey, UM legend, 45.
Shock could play.
Yeah. Bart Scott is also 45. Recently let go from ESPN.
Yeah, I was about to say he got fired with Ryan.
I thought it was like a couple days later, no?
Yes.
I think it was the same day. I think he was like the second round.
The next wave.
Andy Samberg, excuse me. Andy Samberg is 47. Is he funny?
To some people.
Would Andy Samberg have been funny if his name didn't sound like Adam Sandler and he wasn't on SNL?
No. He's not funny to me. I'll speak for myself.
Because what was he in? He was in that Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
Was that the show?
He left SNL to do Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
Funny show, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah.
He did another sitcom, too.
He did that movie with Adam Sandler, though. That's My Boy.
Yeah.
That's a funny movie.
Don't.
Great movie.
It's not great, Solana.
It's not even funny.
It's funny.
It's funny, Hawk. And Rex Ryan, phenomenal cameo in that movie.
You're going to criticize me when I say Kevin Garnett did a great job in Uncut Gems, but you are going to come back and say Rex Ryan was great in That's My Boy?
This is why I hate taking Solana's side on things, because I was going to cape up for That's My Boy, and then now he brings up Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan was terrible.
Other than the incest part, I wasn't really fond of that. But Rex Ryan, known foot fetish, of course.
Sure.
Phenomenal in that movie.
Phenomenal.
All
right. And on this day, in 2006, Snakes on a Plane was released to theaters. Let's give that to DBJ.
I'm tired of this. MF and snakes on this MF and plane.
All right, got to take a break. 4 o'clock hour is next.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
I'd like to officially go on record. I am wearing underwear today.
The stock market report. It's sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE, 1-800-747-3733. Another down day on Wall Street. Dow Jones down 116 points, really not much. S&P 500 down a little over 0.5%, 53 points. NASDAQ down over a full percent, 355 points. It's a very important day. It's National Fajita Day, and it's Willie Cauley-Stein's birthday. So we are navigating both of those as we...
Willie Cauley-Stein.
This is a crazy stat. Rory McIlroy has won the Masters twice since the Jets' last interception. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's almost impossible to go that long without getting an interception by accident.
A tip ball.
Tip ball that just flies up in the air, and it's a 50-50 proposition.
Yeah, I feel bad, man. Aaron Glenn is a good dude. He's a friend of mine, but yeah, that team is going through some things.
Who's the worst team in the NFL, do you think? Just on paper. Is it the Dolphins? Is it the Jets? Is it the Cardinals?
Cardinals, Dolphins would be the front runners.
Why not the Jets?
Because they have a Pro Bowl receiver. They have a quarterback that has done it in the past. I know Geno, but I don't think Geno's going to do it.
Would you take Geno Smith over Malik Willis?
No.
No.
I'm with Solana on this one.
I didn't have to hesitate, though. You hesitated.
I just don't know why the Jets, and again, I think the Dolphins might be the worst team in the league, but I'm just curious why we're not dubbing the Jets.
But we've seen Geno have Pro Bowl years. Malik Willis has 6 starts.
True.
Why do you believe in Malik Willis so much, Solana?
I think it's that he doesn't believe in Geno Smith more than he believes in Malik Willis.
I got you.
Probably. But did you watch the first drive?
No. I was encouraged by it. I was excited by that drive, but that was a drive against the Commanders' second team, and we have to be honest about what we're evaluating.
I'm here. I hear you. And Hawk, I know you're saying pump the brakes, one drive. I understand what you're doing, and I understand why you're doing it. But did any of you see this video of Malik Willis in that first drive side by side with Patrick Mahomes?
No.
Well, I'll send it to you because there's some similarities.
So Malik Willis has Patrick Mahomes' ability?
That was the entirety of your point. I'll send it to you.
I'll send it to
There
you.
are some similarities.
There's something there.
I mean, you launched
There's
something up there.
Yeah.
There was something amazing.
Yeah, there's something there.
Well, it doesn't sound like there's anything there. I don't have any proof of anything.
There's a lot there. I'm telling you right now.
Where is this video?
I got to find it on the interwebs. I got to find it. But there is clear similarities in his movement in the pocket, his movement to get out of the pocket, his movement in terms of mechanical quarterback play, how quickly he gets rid of the ball, and his release that looks similar to Patrick Mahomes. I'm not telling you he's Patrick Mahomes.
Well, what are you telling us?
I don't know. I just think Malik Willis, he has the goods, man. I'm telling you, he has the goods.
He's not Patrick Mahomes, but he's got the goods.
He's got the goods.
All right. I just wanted to make sure what I was hearing.
I've seen Geno Smith. I had to look numbers up. I've seen Geno Smith throw for 4,300 yards, 2 seasons, 21-15, 30-11. 100% quarterback rating in 2022. I've seen it. I haven't seen it out of Malik Willis.
No, that's fair. I was asking you, why are you quicker to say the Dolphins or the Cardinals than the Jets? That's a fair explanation.
If they can figure out how to get back to 4,300 and 30-11, Malik Willis has started 6 games.
He's got it.
The goods?
I'm high on Malik. I really am.
Yeah.
I swear that one drive, there was something. He was exuding confidence, composure. He just looked like he's going to be a franchise caliber quarterback.
Really, he's got the goods. He's got it. He's going to be a franchise caliber quarterback.
I just think he wants it more.
you're just saying words.
Reminds me of my Mark Hackman bit from the Levitard show when I declared Juwan Howard leads the league in fire in his eyes.
Malik Willis has thrown the ball, has let go of the ball 155 times in 4 years.
So he's got a lot of arm left.
He's fresh. We can go with he's fresh.
All right. We can meet in the middle. He's fresh.
Yeah.
You know what the Dolphins are going to see this weekend or this week? Our old friend, Javon Holland. He's on the Giants.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. He's fresh too.
Malik Willis has the goods. All right, quick look at the headlines here, brought to you by Doral Kia. In Miami at a Domino's game, you'll find your abuelito, and whenever you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Kia.
So the Colts, they signed, and you're out there, Crowder. I don't know if this was brought up or whatever. But
They signed Crowder?
He signed Crowder.
Did anybody see the pivot on social media? Man, what is this?
Did you see me next to Myles Garrett?
No.
Look at the video of me next to Myles Garrett. I look like a teenager.
Because I saw this one the pivot. Early morning walk and talk, reminiscing about two-a-days and crisp early air of practices. And it sounds like a bad Hallmark card, and it's Crowder, Fred, and Ryan walking. Early morning walk and talk. Look at this. Like, who labeled this early morning walk and talk with the crisp air?
That one in the back, that guy in the back looks strong.
He looks tired.
I'm always tired.
Let me see.
First comment on that video, Hawk. I can still smell the grass, feel it in the air.
Stop.
Even my body adapts to this time of the year still.
Who said that?
King first name.
Oh, I thought that was like Crowder saying that.
No, I don't play on social media. I got kids.
I only see Aziz Al-Shahir. Where's Myles Garrett?
I don't know. It's somewhere on there, but I went and gave him a hug, and after I saw it, I felt very physically incapable.
Is there video up there?
Yeah.
How come I don't see it?
I don't know how to work this thing.
Minka's on the Jets. I forgot about that.
Oh, I forgot about that as well.
Yeah, we talked to Minka. I told Minka he's a curmudgeon. And he said, what does that mean? And I didn't really know the definition of curmudgeon.
You didn't expect to be pressed on it.
He called me out like, no, just answer the question. Don't press me. You're angry at life. Like, what are we talking about?
He's got to hate Tua, right?
No.
No?
Why would he hate Tua?
Yeah, I think he just likes excellence. So to your question, I don't know if he hates Tua, but I think he just hates people that don't work as hard as he does.
I only say that because he was here when Tua was a rookie and the Dolphins weren't any good, and then he left. And then Tua had two very good years, 2022, 2023, and then he came back and got Tua's worst year.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. He's very Nick Saban-ish. What is Nick Saban saying? Exemplary people don't vibe with mediocre people, and mediocre people can't stand exemplary people. Like he's very much that. Where he wants to be great. If you don't want to be great, he can't stand you.
Well, I brought up the Colts because they're signing Keenan Allen to a one-year deal. And I also saw that the Giants, I believe, signed Najee Harris, and they're releasing Juju Smith-Schuster.
Saw that. Now, there's a possibility for Dolphins receiver room, no?
I was going to ask, like, are we still expecting the Dolphins to maybe go out and
They have like a veteran
get a
leader
vet?
guy.
Yeah.
I think that would like if we're talking about rookies as the 1 and 2 potentially, like
Didn't Omar say they have like $16 million?
Yeah, I don't know how the cap stuff works and like how much dead money affects their ability to still go out and sign free agents.
well, I mean they can release someone and then sign someone, but yeah, I think Juju Smith-Schuster might why not?
What's his nickname again?
Juju.
I like him.
All right, guys. Before I wrap up headlines here, big local news.
What's my nickname?
Juju. Left side him, Sully.
What are you doing here? I heard you were interested in Juju. Hello.
Go jump in the slot. Ain't worth a damn.
Before we take a break here, the Marlins who play tonight, 6:40 p.m. Listen to the game here on FM 104.3 WQM. They got hosed yesterday.
Robbed.
Yeah.
Who's pitching tonight?
Bedbug?
On it.
I'll tell you. Zach Wheeler for the Phillies. Nobody's listed yet for the Marlins. Must be a bullpen kind of night.
Big local football news. FIU has named their starting quarterback. 6'7", 250-pound transfer coming from Appalachian State. His name is J.J. Cole, and he'll be FIU's new starting quarterback for this upcoming college football season.
All right.
That's a big human.
Remember the name, J.J. Cole.
Already forgotten it.
Does it look more like me or you?
Well, neither of us are tall.
J. Cole?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bingo.
J.J. Cole.
Yeah, J. Cole.
It's spelled Kohl.
Oh.
Ooh.
That changes everything.
Yeah.
That's actually Jewish.
J.J. Cole.
Cole, Kohl is a Jewish last name.
By the way, so is Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. By the way, Crowder, he looks more like me than you.
Yeah, J.J. Cole does not look like what I originally imagined, but I was picturing J. Cole.
Yeah. 6'5" Solana.
6'7".
6'7" Solana.
6'7", 250. FIU,
Yeah.
man.
No
Crowder,
feet
you-
work. No
you
footwork.
You laughed off my take that FIU has a better chance at the CFP than Florida. But how do you feel now knowing that our starting quarterback is a 6'7", 250-pound J.J. Cole?
If his first name was DeMarcus, I'd feel a lot better.
Your weather in South Florida right now, 92 degrees, hot as hell. Stay cool. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the low 80s. This weather report was brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Don't wait until the next storm hits. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Call 954-968-8155.
Jimmy says Cade Gibson is pitching for the Marlins tonight, but didn't he pitch yesterday? Wasn't he the guy who was complaining about the wet ball?
No, Jansen junk started. That was John King who was complaining about the wet ball.
Gibson did pitch yesterday.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at the thing.
He came in at the very end. He did.
Huh. I bet the Phillies. All right, we're going to play a little Talk About It Tuesday in the next segment, so do not go anywhere.
How does $30 million in guaranteed prizes sound? You can cash in this football season, ladies and gentlemen, in Las Vegas with 3 Circa Sports contests, entry starting at $1,000, all with no rake. Starts with the Circa Million. 18 weeks of point spread action, 128 ways to win. Next, it's the Circa Survivor. You pick one winner each week, last one standing wins. And then finally, it's the Circa Grandissimo with a $100,000 entry. You enter in Nevada, but you play from anywhere. That's $30 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
Is there any possibility that Billy the Marlin is a bird?
WQA.
Tuesday. Talk About It Tuesday is presented by our friends at Miami Lakes Chevrolet, where you walk in as a customer and drive out as family. Let us play the big open for Talk About It Tuesday.
On Tuesdays, Hawk and Crowder talk about it.
Pick 3 restaurants to eat at for the rest of your life.
Talk about it.
How often are you changing your toothbrush?
Talk about it.
Pecan or pecan?
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
All right, impress us, Solana.
Yeah, not a big fan of when you do that.
I do it every week.
All right. I was a little taken back by our conversation about Giannis Antetokounmpo versus SGA. So I really wanted to put your trust in Giannis Antetokounmpo to the test.
Okay.
Who would you rather have going into this NBA season? Giannis Antetokounmpo or Jalen Brunson?
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. You know, great question. So my initial thought was, who complements Bam better, and what do the Heat need more? But now, as I'm thinking it through, it's as simple as this for me. I believe Giannis is a top 5 player in the NBA, and I don't think Jalen Brunson is. So I would take Giannis on the Heat this season over Jalen Brunson if I was given the choice.
I went a different direction. I agree with you with Giannis, but Giannis makes a difference on both ends of the court.
Great call.
Giannis is a great defender and also can get you buckets. Jalen will get you buckets, but he is really a liability defensively because he's so little. So I would take Giannis over Jalen Brunson.
I mean, Jalen's a winner. You can't question it after last season. He's a winner. And listen, you'd be crazy if you don't want Jalen Brunson on your team. So that's not the question.
I take both of them if I could, but.
Right. But I'm with you. I think Giannis, obviously a better defender, but I think Giannis is a better basketball player than Jalen Brunson. So forget about the way they play and what complements Bam better. I'm always going to side with the better basketball player in totality. So I'll take Giannis. Jimmy the bedbug.
18 seconds left in the game, and you are down by 1. Jalen might be there, but now we got to play 48 minutes. I want Giannis.
Right.
I'm taking Giannis.
He's taking Giannis. Jimmy the bedbug. He's taking Giannis. Solana?
Oh, well, you know how I feel about Jalen Brunson. Great team player. Took over the finals. Phenomenal closing out games. And he's a dog. But I don't think he's a top 5 player in the NBA. Like you mentioned, Hawk, I don't think the Heat would be better today if you replaced Giannis Antetokounmpo with Jalen Brunson. I think the Knicks would be better if you replaced Jalen Brunson with Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Hard to get better than being a champion.
I agree with that, though. Giannis, if Jalen Brunson's not on that team and Giannis is, Hawk, they still win the championship.
Right, but I'm saying it's hard to say they're better when you're already the best.
Yeah.
Can always get better.
No, okay. All right, Nick Saban.
Wow. Unanimous decision there. That was a bit odd. I was expecting Crowder to go Jalen Brunson 100%.
He can ball now, but it's just both sides of the court to me. Both sides of the ball. Jalen Brunson is a turnstile defensively.
Well, maybe this will be a bit more divisive. I was eating an English muffin, like an egg sandwich. The bread was English muffin this morning. And it kind of had me thinking, what is the best vehicle for a breakfast sandwich?
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. Well, you know, I've had maybe 3 breakfast sandwiches in my life.
Yeah, I knew this wasn't really going to be your wheelhouse, but
every time I've had one, I've enjoyed it.
But you can still appreciate like a croissant.
Sure.
Biscuit.
Right.
English muffin.
Yeah.
Even pancakes, the McGriddle.
Right.
A waffle could be used as a sandwich as well.
So what was the question again? What is the best vehicle?
Yeah, like you call it a delivery mechanism.
Uh-huh.
I call it a vehicle for a breakfast sandwich.
I will go rice cakes or a bialy.
Rice cake.
I don't know, but I do know that a English muffin is a very underrated bread.
But Hawk, even this doesn't have to be an egg sandwich. This could be a ham and cheese breakfast sandwich at Dunkin' Donuts. A bagel.
Never had ham.
Oh my God! All right, this is really not your wheelhouse.
But isn't that also a breakfast sandwich?
Like a ham and cheese sandwich? Yeah.
If you ever had breakfast. Yeah, well, you said it doesn't have to be a breakfast sandwich.
Nobody eats ham and cheese for breakfast. Who eats ham and cheese for breakfast?
Bro, like the entire world, a croissant with ham and cheese. They call it a media luna. That could be a breakfast sandwich.
Nobody's eating a Mario Luna.
Go to Dunkin' Donuts. Croissant,
They got a Mario
ham and
Luna.
cheese.
They got a Mario Luna
Isn't
on the.
Isn't the media luna? Isn't that like nighttime?
No.
Doesn't that translate to like midnight or something?
That's medianoche.
That's a medianoche sandwich.
But luna is
Luna's
moon.
the moon, right? Like half moon sandwich because a croissant is shaped like a crescent.
The moon, that connotes night to me.
Mario Luna. I don't eat them. I go English muffin, but the McGriddle, that little McGriddle bread is amazing. It's just I know it's so fatty and it has like syrup in it already and all that stuff. But I would say the best delivery system is McGriddle.
You think they call an English muffin, like in London, just a muffin?
Like if like a Hawaiian roll in Hawaii is just a roll.
Exactly. And why do we call American cheese? Why don't we just call it cheese?
Right.
We're in America. Yeah. Swiss cheese?
Sure. In Switzerland, they just say cheese. Jimmy, what is the best delivery system for bedbugs breakfast sandwich?
Croissant.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a breakfast sandwich often?
Not often, but I have it sometimes.
Yeah. What do you like on there?
I like sausage, egg, and cheese.
Uh-huh.
Delicious.
Do you ever
patty
miss a
sausage
meal?
or hot dog sausage?
Link or patty?
Patty.
Patty.
Hmm.
Do you ever miss a meal?
Me?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm joking. I'm not joking. Like, there are certain people who I know. The Ticket Wizard. He has to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it doesn't matter if he had lunch at 3 o'clock because he was running late. He's going to have dinner at 6:30 or whenever he has dinner. There are certain people who cannot. I'm guessing, Solana, your dad, Eduardo, doesn't miss a meal. He strikes me as a breakfast, lunch, and dinner guy.
Yeah, he'll have 3 meals
Yeah.
every day. Yeah.
Jimmy strikes me, because I never have breakfast. Jimmy strikes me as a guy who never misses a meal, has to have breakfast, lunch, dinner.
I miss sometimes, not all the time, but most of the times I have my 3 courses.
Yeah.
I don't eat breakfast.
Yeah, I don't eat breakfast.
Yeah, I hold out because it's intermittent fasting is what they call it. So if I've just not ate for 8 hours, let me not eat it for 12 hours. That's how I stay so sexy and I don't work out.
Not certain that that's intermittent fasting. If you just
That is exactly what intermittent fasting means, Hawk.
Yeah,
you
but
don't eat.
You can't have a you can't have a night drawer filled with
Yeah,
candy and claim to be
But-
fasting intermittently.
and you're constantly eating.
But I eat. Think about it. I finish eating my lemon heads at midnight then I wake up at 6. If I don't eat till 11 the next night, that's like a 7-hour fast.
That's a longer than a 7 hour.
No,
fast.
the seven, like the next day, 11 before we go on the show. I eat before the show. I always eat before the show.
That's an 11-hour fast.
That's a long fast, intermittent fasting.
Yeah. Throw a couple more hours in there.
Have me a little Alfredo. Man, come on.
Yeah, is it really an intermittent fast if you end it every day with Alfredo sauce? All right, one more, Solana, one more.
I didn't get to tell you, though, the bagel is the best delivery mechanism or vehicle for a breakfast sandwich. Close second, though, is Cuban bread, which is what I was expecting the bedbug to say, because a croqueta preparada might be the best breakfast sandwich ever invented.
All right.
We speak English on this show.
Well, you don't.
Not necessarily certain you do.
Sorry, I jumped on you. Same joke, Hawk. My bad. This is not the appropriate time to do this because we are very much all upset with the officiating in the Marlins game yesterday.
Yeah.
So I realize, we're probably going to skew the answer here.
All right.
But I was wondering what you guys think would be the toughest or just the overall worst sport to be a ref for.
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. Are we talking about major sports?
Yeah, like Big Four, Big Five, soccer, baseball, NFL, hockey, football. And what I'm going for here is yesterday you saw an umpire make a mistake.
Yeah.
And the backlash that comes with that. It's difficult in soccer when one decision, penalty or not a penalty, could literally affect an entire tournament. Like, what's the toughest sport to be a ref for?
That's a good question.
Are you saying the toughest to officiate?
I'm saying the one you'd least
The one
like.
I'd least like to do is soccer because you're just running nonstop. But I'm trying to
Great
figure out if
point.
you're saying the toughest to officiate because it's difficult to actually officiate it, which I would then say hockey because there's just so much action and so much physicality. But if you're saying the one that I would least want to do, it's soccer because it's literally an hour and a half of running back and forth.
Yeah, like which sport?
How about which one would I rather do?
So we have to jump in right now or like in our younger years?
No, right now.
Right now. Today.
Oh, I can't skate. I can't skate on ice.
Right.
Like
Neither
how
can I.
how could I officiate a hockey game because I
know
can't
which
skate?
one we'd rather do. Okay. I would rather be a baseball umpire because you can literally drink a milkshake while doing it. Like,
the first base guy, he just
my
stands
God,
there.
He stands there and again blew the entire game and perhaps the season for the Marlins last night. But like any sport that you can officiate, eat a glizzy, drink a milkshake, and it really doesn't affect your officiating. Yeah. Like you can't drink a milkshake reffing hockey, football, soccer, basketball, baseball. You could literally do it in a chair. You could sit in a chair.
What's harder, running up and down on soccer or skating up and down on hockey?
Well, for me, running would be easier because I don't know how to skate. But
I was going to say, I can't skate. There's no way they're going to hire me in the NHL. I would rather, to Hawk's point, I would rather officiate football because I know what the hell's going on.
Bedbug?
What I would not do, which I've done, is baseball. I was an umpire temporarily for baseball.
Wow.
Yeah, for like it was a coach pitch league.
That is a segment in and of itself.
It
Do
is.
we have any
messed up
video
some
or
games.
pictures of you umpiring Little League?
No, I do not.
If I offered you $1,000, might you find one?
No, there's no pictures at all.
Wow.
Do you still have the
I have the
gear?
No, I don't.
Do you still have the desire?
If I do, I don't know where. No, I do. No, I do not have the desire.
You don't have the fire in your eyes anymore?
No.
Can you show us what
Yeah, punch someone out.
Right.
First. Let me.
There we
Oh,
go.
that was my favorite
Yeah,
part.
let me see you punch someone out.
There you go.
And I want full sound. Turn your mic on. I want to hear a punch out. That was silent though. Come on.
You gotta say,
Hey!
Yeah.
Wow. Not bad though. I mean, he's got good form.
And this was 4-year-old
Kick right
T-ball.
afterwards.
This was 4-year-old T-ball.
What happened? No, it was a league called Pinto. That's where the coaches pitch.
Man, I'd give anything to see that.
You don't.
Let us know
No,
your
I
next
would.
game.
I would. Solana?
Worst sport to be a ref in is hockey because you have to avoid literally a projectile coming your way constantly, and you have to break up fights, and those guys are all absolutely insane.
That's true.
Sport I'd most want to ref in basketball. Basketball for sure.
All right.
Because I know ball, Crowder.
Man, listen, you stole my joke. I was just about to say.
All right, let's take a break. That was a very good Talk About It Tuesday. Well done, Solana.
It was
you did.
okay.
You know,
It was
you
okay.
ended up impressing us. No, the first one was really good. I liked that question, Jalen Brunson or Giannis. I did not expect 4 agreeing answers, though.
Yeah.
Usually that is a rarity. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and have a little more fun.
My friends at Ed Morris are celebrating 80 years in business by doing what they do best and giving us, and I'm putting myself in this category, us as customers, better deals, watching out for us, being backed by Morris. It is special. My buddy Chris Atkins, he's a GM over there. He's amazing. Teddy Moore's big man up top. They have put together an amazing team at Ed Morris and Ed Morris Sawgrass Cadillac. They're commemorating this wonderful occasion by what they do best. Giving us special deals, giving us deals on wonderful Cadillac luxury. You gotta check out the all-electric 2026 Cadillac Optic, and you can get in that vehicle for just $349 a month, and the all-electric 2025 Cadillac Lyric for just $369 a month. I just had to service my Suburban, and they let me get a Lyric. I'm telling you, these all-electric vehicles are amazing. My wife has an all-electric Cadillac. Go look at them. You will fall in love. Ed Morris has been family owned and operated for 80 years. They know how to take care of their customers. That's why we always say backed by Morris, because that's the main thing. You know these Cadillacs are amazing, but then once you get it from Ed Morris, you get treated differently than any other dealership in the world. They take care of their customers. Don't miss out on the 80th anniversary savings and see my friends at Ed Morris Sawgrass Cadillac. They're the 6-time dealer of the year for a reason. Off Sunrise Boulevard and the Sawgrass Expressway. You're going to see it. Beautiful lot, beautiful vehicles, and then you're going there and you're going to meet beautiful people. That's what they do. Visit EdmoreSawgrassCadillac.com, and remember, you're always backed by Morris. If my tire's going flat, my app tells me. Whenever I need a service, they email me, they text me. I take it in. You can get a rental car. I'm telling you, being backed by Morris is something that I've never experienced until I was backed by Morris. Click Ed Morris Sawgrass, Cadillac.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
I love the colonoscopy.
Game 2 of the Marlins series with the Phillies in the city of brotherly love tonight. We'll get things started with Marlins on deck at 6. Game begins at 6:40. Catch the fish here. FM 104.3 WQAM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Where the Marlins at? You know they locked in. Let's go.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Sprained wrist, ankle twist, broken thumb, can't make a fist, busted knee, surgery, that patch of ice you didn't see.
Where pain starts, Jernavix suzetrigine begins. Jernavix is a non-opioid 50 milligram prescription tablet for adults with moderate to severe acute pain that reduces pain signals before they reach the brain.
Tendon tear, nose repair, tripping on that broken stair, dislocation, operation, moped crash while on vacation.
Do not take Jernavix with CYP3A inhibitors. Avoid use with grapefruit or liver problems, as these may increase side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medicines if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. Jernavix may make certain medicines and birth control less effective. Side effects include itching, muscle spasms, rash, and elevated muscle enzymes.
Joint displacement, knee replacement, fell on marbles in the basement, ladder slip, broken hip, that rock climb where you lost your grip.
To learn more about Jernavix, ask your doctor. Call 1-833-589-PAIN or visit jernavix.com.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
New Game Plus with Oxy makes your laundry smell incredible and fights stubborn smells, like the ones your dog Biscuit brought into your freshly made bed last night. But you wash that all away with Game. And now you're drifting asleep to the scent and sound of waves. Ah, nope. That's the dog licking your ear.
Biscuit.
It just might be our greatest scent ever. Now with odor fighting power. New Game Plus with Oxy.
You're finally here.
Hey, primo! Thanks again for picking me up. Can I hop on your hotspot? I forgot my other SIM card.
Welcome. We'll try to make your stay as pleasant as possible. Would you like help locating a SIM card kiosk?
What? Why are you talking like that?
Right this way. In this plaza, we observe the sacred ritual of la SIM swap. For this experience, you'll need cash, patience, and very tiny fingers.
Sacred? What?
And here's La Tiendita, the place for chips, sodas, and somehow buying just one egg. A true cultural landmark.
I am so confused right now.
Yeah, visiting new places can be confusing.
Why are you acting like this is my first time here?
Your family would never treat you like a tourist when you come home, so why let your phone plan do it? AT&T keeps you connected in 20+ Latin American countries at no extra cost. No SIM swaps. Connect like you're home. For U.S. customers, requires AT&T Premium 2.0. Coverage and data speeds vary. International usage should not exceed domestic. Visit AT&T.com/ROMLATAM for details.
What's the Anajar and Levine difference? If you're the victim of a car crash, you will always speak to a lawyer. You'll always get the highest standard of care from our dedicated legal team, and we'll always fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
Main office, Fort Lauderdale.
At LendSeek, we know running a business takes heart, hustle, and sometimes a little help. That's why we stand with you with our exclusive AI lending platform, connecting you to over 100 funders. If you've been in business for at least 2 years with a minimum annual revenue of $500,000, you can get up to $1 million in funding in as fast as 24 hours. No collateral, no prepayment penalties, no red tape. Apply today with no cost or obligation at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
Traffic on WQAM is sponsored by Lexus of Kendall and Lexus of West Kendall. Your home for the best price on luxury. Now featuring the all-new Lexus TX 3-row SUV. In stock and on sale now. Call 305-KENDALL today.
Traffic in Dade, westbound Airport Expressway, 27th Ave. That's going to go back to Lejeune. Also westbound at the Dolphin from the Palmetto to 107th Ave. And we still have that multi-vehicle crash in Broward County, southbound 95 at Pembroke Road. That's going to take out 2 right lanes. I'm Gia, and that's traffic on FM 104.3 WQAM. And you can also listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps. I'm Gia, and that's traffic on the beach.
We've got plenty of ways for you to listen to your favorite shows and favorite teams on WQAM.
How is that, if I may ask?
We're at FM 1043, or you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps. Check it out now.
The Cars. Shake it up. Shake it up. Listening to the traffic report. If you've been listening to the traffic reports all afternoon, Gia keeps saying that's traffic on the beach. But that's not our station. We're WQAM. So Solana texted her in the last one, hey, you keep sending us a file that's ending with that's traffic on the beach. And she said, my bad, I fixed it. And the traffic just played, and she said, that's traffic on the beach. So that's how we operate.
We all have bad days, though, man.
We all have bad days, some more than others.
Yeah. Gia's great.
She has been with us for
years.
She's like the most steady employee.
Yeah.
When's the last time you've seen her, though?
7 years ago, 8 years ago.
I literally have not seen her since COVID happened. I'm not joking. Not once. I don't know where she is. She could be AI at this point.
I think I shared a cigarette with her the last time I saw her.
Yeah. Y'all share squares?
Yeah, I saw her at Club Deuce, I think, or maybe it was like Better Days in Brickell. We shared a heater.
Because Gia used to work with us at the old radio station on 441, in Miami Gardens. Was she there all the time? She was in a studio, I guess, there?
She was there a lot at the old station.
I literally have not seen that woman she's
No.
the soundtrack of my afternoons, but I have not seen her.
She was at one of those events we did.
Does she come to any of our, holiday parties or stuff?
It was a holiday party or an event, but I haven't seen her at the office, but I saw her somewhere. But hell, I said 8 years ago, so that's not recent.
Somebody texts in, I remember her taking young Ron's place with Paul Castronovo. No.
That's Amelia.
That's Amelia. She had the Australian accent. Well, she didn't just have the Australian accent. She was Australian. Some weird way to describe someone who's Australian.
She just picked up the accent somewhere.
Yeah, Amelia went to work at Big, but Gia, she's been here for probably 10 years, no?
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, we literally have no idea where she is. She could be doing these traffic reports from jail.
I don't think he is in jail.
Probably not, but it's possible. You can't rule it out.
I don't know if that's how the phone works there, but I just had one call.
She's hogging the phone at County for 10 years.
I just had one call. I didn't have multiple calls.
We used Gia once as a show prop when it was National Potato Day.
Potato Jones. She hit us with Potato Jones and Hasselback potatoes, which we had never heard of.
None of us had ever heard of Hasselback potatoes until Gia said it to us.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy? And I've never seen it or heard of it since.
You haven't seen it since?
Nope. Have you?
Yes, I have.
on a
I've
menu?
seen it. I've seen it recently. In
Hasselback
LA, I saw
potatoes.
Hasselback potatoes.
Isn't that crazy?
Of course you have, fatty.
I'm a big carb guy.
Of course, the guy who's intermittently fasting and seen Hasselback potatoes.
Oh, listen, I'll fast for 10 hours. Them other 14 hours, we had got action, Jack.
All right, we got to take a break. 5 o'clock hour is next.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
You're not going to learn anything about sports on this show. I'm sorry, you're not. But I know McDonald's. Crazy, even though I can see you guys. That was like, it just throws me off when I see the panel up there. Anyway, we'll get some headlines here for the 5 o'clock hour as we get to a Marlins game tonight, which you'll hear on this radio station, where hopefully they can wash the bad taste out of their mouth from last night. Going to be difficult to do. They got jobbed last night. The Marlins got jobbed. And these are the kind of games you had talked about it all day yesterday, leading into the game, Solana, where it's like, hey, this series is important.
Yeah.
And they got a game robbed from them last night. And that's one that I'm telling you makes me so nervous come the end of the season, where you look back and you go, had they won that series in Philly, and they could have, it would be an entirely different story.
Well, because it settles a tiebreaker with Philadelphia, who's the team that kind of stands in the Marlins' way. Now, they're still in the thick of the wild card, and there are other teams that Miami can pass ultimately to get into the wild card, but you just have this feeling that it's going to come down to the Marlins or the Phillies, and there's going to be this one game looming over the Fish where it was a tie game. It should have been a tie game had the umpire not made what ultimately, Hawk, is just a bad call.
It was a bad call.
Just a bad call.
Hey, and I'm not a big complainer about officiating because it's a difficult job and it's bang stuff. That call was obvious to everyone. Kyle Seeloff was having a conniption on television. It was so blatantly wrong from the moment the ump called it foul. At least they were able to get it overturned. Like, at least there's replay that allows you to challenge a call like that. But obviously, the problem was there is no person on earth who can tell me Otto Lopez wasn't going to score. Like, they were going to plate 3 runs right there and tie the game. It's a completely different situation. And, well, it is what it is. But anyway, Marlins game tonight is here on 104.3 FM WQAM. Let us get headlines here to start out the 5 o'clock hour. Headlines brought to you by our friends at Doral Kia. In Miami at a Domino's game, you'll find your abuelito. And whenever you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Kia.
What I think happens is the umpire doesn't see the ball hit the ground and is making a judgment call at that point, what he thinks is whether foul or not foul. And you can't do that with the stakes of that game. Like, there has to be a better way to handle that.
Yeah, how about follow the ball? You know what I mean? Like, okay, if he didn't see it and he was out of position, but he wasn't. He was staring at it. Like, I don't get missing that call. I really don't. I just don't get it. But you can't miss that call. There's a liner that ends up in the right field corner on the line, and you don't see it because you're at first and you tried to get a decent angle and you couldn't see it very well. I might give you a pass there. That's right in front of him. Like, right in front of him.
You had mentioned earlier in the show about a tweet you saw that said Tommy Hutton would have wished that umpire's family, something like that.
Tommy Hutton, in his prime, would have gone bat bleep crazy.
He would have gone on the field.
He would have run on the field.
So there was an instance where the Marlins were robbed, and somebody had posted this video earlier today, and Tommy Hutton was on the call with I'm forgetting Rich
Waltz.
Rich Waltz. So this is years ago. We're talking like maybe 09 or 2011, 2012. It's Tommy Hutton. It's Rich Waltz, and it's the Marlins playing the Phillies, bottom of the 9th. They're playing at Pro Player Stadium, and it's a very similar play. One hop right over the third base bag, and it lands clearly fair. It was even more egregious. I mean, the ball wasn't even close to the line, but the umpire just, whether he blinked, and he called it foul. And the Marlins end up losing that game. And on the call, Tommy Hutton and Rich Waltz, when they see the video replay, you just hear, "Oh my God!"
Yeah,
no!
Tommy Hutton cannot contain himself. Seeloff gets pretty angry himself.
Yesterday, they were pissed off, rightfully so. By the way,
rightfully so. Yeah. But Seeloff, he doesn't hide it very well. Like, He was pissed off. I didn't hear the radio call with Jack McMullen. I'm
Yeah.
imagining he was pretty pissed off, too.
Seeloff has that personality, though, where it's like that dry humor, and when he's pissed off, like, he's pissed off.
Yeah. Yeah, he cannot shield it. Like, it just comes out. He's angry.
He had a good tweet about it yesterday, too, where he said, with all the technology that we have, I mean, like, what are we doing? What are we doing with all this technology and resources available in 2026? There's no reason at all why situations like this couldn't be played out on a computer, calculate sprint speed for players, arm strength situation, and try to tell me he's not scoring.
Yeah.
That's Kyle Seeloff on Twitter.
But, like, I don't know. Do we want to get into that? Like, the simulator says Otto Lopez would have scored. Like, how about we just use common sense?
I saw this funny video, Hawk, apropos of nothing, but it's Shaquille O'Neal. He was on the Drink Champs podcast, and he was kind of talking about how he likes to spend money, but he doesn't like to waste money. And he was explaining how one time he wasted money. Yeah, he's looking at Rolls Royces with like a friend. He's inside the Rolls Royce store, and he's asking prices for different Rolls Royces. And the guy, like the salesperson at the shop, was like, "Hey, sir, can you afford these cars? You keep asking how much they are." And Shaq was so insulted that he said, "I'll take 3 of them." He dropped $1 million on 3 different Rolls Royce cars. Just to prove to the guy that he had the bread to do it.
Do you think that's real, though? Because I can see that happening. Let's say it's Jalen Brunson. Everyone knows Shaquille O'Neal. And this is post-LSU. Like, he's in the NBA if he's making that kind of money back then.
He's on the Lakers because he said he was in, like, Lakers gear.
So, I mean, you're telling me that there's a person on earth who doesn't know Shaquille O'Neal can afford a Rolls?
In the mid to late 90s, could you not see that where
No.
If you're just not a sports fan at all, Hawk.
You don't have to be a sports fan. He was Kazam. Like, there's no one who doesn't know Shaquille O'Neal. There's no one. Sorry. Like I'm saying, small guy, and you don't know? Fine. Shaquille O'Neal? No chance. 0 chance.
I don't know, because would you agree Magic Johnson is on the same level as Shaquille O'Neal?
Yes.
My dad, this is a true story. My dad was at a tennis tournament once, sitting next to my
But this was prior to the internet.
Yeah, but this story probably took place prior to the internet too. Shaq gets to the Lakers in the late 90s, Hawk. Like, nope, people don't have phones. They don't have – it's not popular to just have access to the internet in the late 90s.
Yeah, it is. You've got internet.
In the late 90s?
Yeah.
No. People started getting internet like early 2000s, where like everybody had a computer at home, everybody had internet.
I have a tough time believing some car dealer in Los Angeles didn't know Shaquille O'Neal.
In the mid-90s, my parents go to a tennis tournament. I think it was up in Delray, but it was here in South Florida. Major tennis tournament. They're at a final, and they get placed in a box. And my dad is sitting next to a large man, a large human. Doesn't know who it is. People keep coming up to this person for pictures. So finally, my dad said, "Hey, who are you?" It was Magic Johnson. He was sitting next to Magic Johnson for the entire game, had no idea who he was. So I don't know. I think I can believe a random car salesman
no chance
in the 90s not knowing who Shaquille O'Neal was.
No chance.
One other random thing that I found very funny, speaking of tennis, I don't know if you saw this video. It's kind of going viral. I saw that they played it on ESPN earlier today as well. But local tennis player Amanda Anisimova, she's from Miami. She's ranked number 9 in the world for women's singles. She's playing yesterday at Cincinnati, which is one of the bigger non-majors. And midway through the match, she pours something into a clear cup. I don't know if you saw this video or not.
I saw it.
And it does look like it has like this yellow
looks alcoholic.
It does look alcoholic.
Yeah.
And it's very clearly not beer. She's drinking an energy drink. She just probably has a sponsor, doesn't want to mess up a sponsorship deal. She poured a Red Bull into a clear cup. to drink some energy drink in between one of the points. But the broadcaster on the tennis channel legitimately believes that she's drinking beer.
Which is wild.
Which would be insane, especially in 2026, for a professional athlete in any sport drinking beer in the middle of a game on the court where people can see, by the way. And at first, I thought it was tongue-in-cheek when he's referencing this. But Hawk, he continues to say, I mean, I wouldn't suggest a player's drinking alcohol in the match, but that looks pretty alcoholic to me. I mean, he really thought she was drinking beer.
It is funny, back in the day when I was a kid, there were clubhouses and NFL locker rooms had alcohol after the game. You know what I mean? There was beer in the clubhouses.
Yeah.
And I remember being a kid, too, when we'd have, Little League basketball, whatever it was, JCC basketball, all that stuff. After the game, you'd have a Coke. Or even during a game. Oh, you're thirsty? Yeah, have a Coke. But yeah, 2026, there is no tennis player on earth. First of all, if you're going to drink a beer, it's probably going to be in a red Solo cup. It's not going to be in a clear cup.
Right. But just the idea that a broadcaster on a major network is actually considering that a player would drink beer in front of a stadium of thousands of people on national television was just so funny to me. How could you be that naive?
By the way, people are texting in. AOL was popular in 1994. High-speed internet came in the late 90s. I'm telling you, that guy had to have known Shaquille O'Neal. There is no chance that guy did not know Shaquille O'Neal could afford a Rolls Royce.
What a life, though, being able to drop $1 million on 3 cars just to flex on somebody a little bit.
Yeah, not too bad.
Those stories of Shaq just pulling out a credit card.
He's so badass.
And
I
saying,
love him.
Oh, I'll pay for your ring. I'll pay for this. I'll pay for that.
I love him. I love Chad Johnson. I love people who are constantly giving it back, appreciating what they have, and doing their part.
All right, so some Dolphins news. We had talked about it earlier today. The Dolphins had practice today, their 13th training camp practice. They are going to practice jointly with the New York Giants on Thursday. They're going to have Friday off, and then Saturday they're going to play their first home preseason game, second preseason game versus the New York Giants here at Hard Rock Stadium. I believe that's a 4 p.m. kickoff.
That is.
On Saturday. Does Malik Willis play?
I think he will. I don't think he'll play in the third preseason game, but I think he will play on Saturday.
Devon Achane?
No.
I think we saw enough of Devon Achane. Got his touchdown.
Yeah.
Looked good on the first drive, and that's about it for Achane.
Rest in peace, by the way, Bill Rasmussen, the co-founder of ESPN, died today at 93. ESPN literally changed our world.
Yeah. When was that? When did ESPN, do you remember?
Was it the 70s? Late 70s?
I believe it was 79, 78. Yeah.
When they went live 24 hours of sports?
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was really called, ESPN was what? Entertainment Sports Programming Network. So it wasn't just sports. They used to have some weird stuff in the mornings. 1979, September 1979. Changed the world.
They didn't show highlights that first show at all.
What did they do on the? Did they have a sports center?
Yeah, they had a sports center, but they didn't.
Because they didn't have the rights for highlights.
No, they just didn't play on their first show. They didn't play highlights. Period.
Well, what'd they do?
I don't know. I wasn't born yet.
Well, how do you know they didn't play highlights?
Because I found out on learning about ESPN.
Interesting.
Speaking of Los Angeles and the Lakers earlier, you following any of this Jeannie Buss situation with the Lakers?
I don't know. Doesn't interest me.
Really?
But I am. Yeah, I know. She doesn't want to sell. The rest of her family wants to sell and seems to be headed towards court.
Yeah, it appears that ESPN reported, Shams Charania as well, that Jeannie Buss and her lawyers made it clear that she's going to battle her family because in order for the Buss family to sell their shares, all three have to consent to selling the shares. And if she doesn't want to, it seems like, like you mentioned, it will be battled out in the courts, but it seems like they don't have to sell.
Somebody puts on the text line, do you think a random salesman here in Miami knows who Bam is? Yeah, Bam's not Shaquille O'Neal in the Lakers. What are you talking about, sir? Shaquille O'Neal is one of the most recognized. Let me know when Bam stars as a genie on a feature-length movie.
Is he the most recognizable athlete in the world, Shaquille O'Neal? I know it sounds crazy.
Shaquille O'Neal, like we've talked about it before. Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, Tiger Woods. Like you're talking about people who are recognized no matter where they go, no matter what walk of life. I'd have to think about it. Hulk Hogan at one point when he was alive. There are some who are just eminently recognizable based on the amount of mass media coverage that they've had over the course of their careers. And Shaquille O'Neal was one of them, especially when he was in L.A. He was worldwide known in Orlando. Then he gets to L.A.?
Even more so Shaq because of being
Kazam.
7. Right, because of Kazam.
Yeah.
But being 7 foot, 7'1", and just being a monster of a human.
All right, anything else?
Tonight, 6:40, listen to the Marlins here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Your weather in South Florida right now, 92 degrees, still hot. It's summer. That's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Don't wait until the next storm hits. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Call 954-968-8155.
Somebody says, by the way, on the text line that Gia 100% worked with Paul Castronovo after young Ron retired, maybe for a year or so, with Luis Diaz. Amelia came after Gia. There you go. That's what somebody says. Not 100% certain. All right, on Hard Rock Bet, everyone's invited to the party. Your name is on the list. Sign up with Hard Rock Bet today and bet $5 on anything. If it wins, you also score $150 in bonus bets. A winning bet plus an extra $150 to bet with. That's how you get the party started on Hard Rock Bet. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Baseball is heating up, even when the umpires make terrible calls. And this summer, Hard Rock Bet has the hottest betting odds in Florida, introducing the 10-cent summer sale. VIG, juice, fee, whatever you call it, they're cutting their cut on winners, spreads, and over-under pregame baseball bets. Same bets, better odds. So make sure you get in on the 10-cent summer sale on Hard Rock Bet. Valid for money line, spread, and over-under pregame markets with odds between minus 250 and plus 250 only. Miami's push in soccer for the top of the table continues in Philadelphia Wednesday. How about building a same-game parlay on Hard Rock Bet? However you draw it up, Hard Rock Bet gives you tons of ways to stack your picks into an epic same-game parlay. Tennis's final Grand Slam of the year, we were just talking about it, is underway. Hard Rock Bet is your way to serve winners all tournament long. Whether you're backing the world's top players or live betting every break point and tie break, there's so many ways to get in on the action on Hard Rock Bet. And, of course, you've been waiting all summer for football. It is here. Why wait for week 1 when you can get in on the action during preseason? Bet winners, point spreads, overs, unders, and more on Hard Rock Bet. And nothing hits like a big fight night in Vegas. The welterweight world title is on the line when Romero takes on Lopez this Saturday. If you're looking to get in on the action, head over to the Hard Rock Bet app right now. It all starts with you downloading the Hard Rock Bet app. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
I don't look like a typical major leaguer, but I can throw that gas.